with this idea should be fired. That was his suggestion. But what are your thoughts about this play-in tournament we're about to see next week?
I'll give you real quick from a league perspective. I've had talks with Adam Silver, amazing guy, and we've spoken about this. You know this. One of the biggest concerns that the NBA had was tanking. It questions the integrity of the game. We see it in every sport. It's always been there. But, the Philadelphia 76ers just took it to another level. Load management had always been there. It was just taken to a whole
finally they
another
benefited
level.
from it. Yeah, they finally benefited. Yeah.
But ultimately, from a league standpoint, it is an answer to tanking, because you just got to get ugly to miss the playoffs right now. And if you have an opportunity, you excite your fan base. There's a whole almost half the NBA that gets shut out come around this time of year because your team's not going to the playoffs and you end up cheering for another team. But now you can stick with your fan base because you never know what might happen. From a former player's standpoint, I hate it because you work your tail off going into 82 games to be able to rest and to play your best. And as a player, the only thing the media, we grade these guys on, and I was graded on.
We now interrupt this program to bring you this special sports presentation on 92.1 FM, The Team.
The following is a special live sports presentation from 92.1 FM, The Team Sports Radio, your only local news radio, 97.5 FM KTBB, KTBB.com, and the Team Sports Radio mobile app, powered by Maddox Residential and Commercial Services. It's TJC Apache Football. Apache Football is brought to you by TJC, the College of East Texas, by Doc Deason with Real Edge Real Estate, by Tyler Ford, by Jim's Jewelers, by Citizens First Bank, by Billings Tire, by Robertson Automotive, by Majors Pharmacy, and by Maddox Residential and Commercial Services.
Hi, this is Apache head coach Thomas Rocco, and it's game time. Here are Bill Coates and Kevin Simon.
It's TJC Apache Football on 92.1 FM, The Team. I'm Clayton Neville in for Bill Coates. It's mid-May football alongside Kevin Simon. And Kevin, looking forward to this one. We were with you last fall, or I was, I should say, for some high school football. Good to see you in May for what will be the season finale for TJC. Some national championship implications for their opponent, Cisco, which we'll touch on coming up here in the pregame show. But nonetheless, it will be the last home game, the last game overall of the season for the Apaches.
Yeah, the Apaches really haven't played all that well at home. They have a chance to turn that around and have an impact on national championship implications for Cisco, as you mentioned. So we hope the Apaches grew some confidence coming off that win at Glen last week, get things turned around and head back in the right direction.
Overall, the Apaches are 3-4 in this conference, the Southwest Junior College Conference. They are 2-4. Cisco, what a year they've had, 6-0 overall, and obviously they're undefeated in conference play too. And it hasn't always been that way historically. In fact, you track back a couple decades, and it was the other way around with TJC being dominant. But here we are, TJC final game. They have an opportunity to be the spoiler for Cisco.
Well, that's the role they want to play, and they'd like to get out of here this season with a non-losing season for the first time since 2017. And so the Apaches have something to play for as well. Cisco, obviously, as you mentioned, national championship implications. They're third in the nation. They need a big win over TJC to get a shot at playing in the national championship game. So some things to look forward to in this ball game.
We'll preview this matchup a little bit later on with specifics on records. We'll have more information from the coach. Bill Coates has a good pregame show for you in store. But real quick, let's do that. Let's touch on the national championship implications for this Cisco team, just to know what's on stage and what's at stake this afternoon. Hutchinson Community College is number 1. This is all coming into this week. Snow College is number 2. They're at 7-0, and then Cisco sits at 6-0. Nobody else is undefeated. Iowa Western is next at 4th at 5-1. So you've got Hutchinson, Snow, and Cisco, Kevin, all sitting undefeated. Snow College has 7 wins.
Yeah, it'll be tough to leapfrog Snow College. They're always in the mix, and so they have a reputation of being in national championship games or national championship contenders. So Cisco, as I mentioned, needs a big win over Tyler Junior College to give themselves a shot to play in that national championship game.
Yeah, and if they do get there, obviously they'd be the Texas team, as Cisco is just to the west of Fort Worth. But when it comes to this matchup, the Apaches would want nothing more than be the spoiler, and not necessarily for that reason, but Kevin, to build some momentum going into next season. We say that at the end of every football season, but the difference here is it's not a couple months away.
Yeah, football season just around the corner.
Yeah.
At the end of this one. So as you mentioned, they'd like to build and carry that momentum. As I mentioned last week, they picked up the game a little bit, got out of blend with a win, and so they'd like to carry that over to next season, as you mentioned, if they can get out of here with a win today.
Yeah, football games in May have certainly been a treat. We've got one more for you here from Rose Stadium in Tyler, and then it won't be long before football season picks up in the fall. But we've got 4 quarters of football coming next from Rose Stadium in Tyler. We'll take a break and come back. It's TJC Apache football on 92.1 FM, The Team.
We're here with Katie from TJC. Now, Katie, tell us a little bit about registering early for fall classes.
Yeah, so it's so important to get your registration done. There comes a lot of benefits in registering early. You get to have a jump start on your education. And also, I know schedules can be complicated, mostly for students that work. And just being able to register early, you get more options. So, don't wait for the last minute because classes can fill up.
Registration for fall is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hi, it's Doc Deason with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Thanks for being part of today's TJC football broadcast. What a treat it is to have the black and gold back on the field and on the air. No matter the time of year, it's always fun to pull for our Apaches, but I think it's a little sweeter this time around. By now, real estate's running wide open, so if I can offer some help to you, feel free to give me a shout. 903-262-8680. That's 262-8680. DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
Hello fans, this is Randy Grooms with Citizens First Bank, where we want to be a part of your winning team. We appreciate the value of loyal fans who always support their team, and at Citizens First, you will always talk to a real person who knows your name and is willing to assist you with any of your banking needs. Our team includes a reliable staff that is ready to put you first. From personal and business online banking to remote deposit capture, we offer the latest in new account technology that will keep you and your business in the game and save you valuable time. Come and see what it's like to do business with the only A-plus rated bank in East Texas, where we'll help you score a touchdown and put points on your financial scoreboard.
Citizens First Bank on the Southeast Loop in Tyler. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and on the web at citizensfirstbank.com.
So you know you're going to marry this girl. She is the one, the only one. You know it, zero doubt. You want her. You want her bad for now, forever, and ever after. And you know you're going to get the diamond at Jim's Jewelers. It's the place. She loves it here. And so from Jim's Jewelers, her diamond will be. Zero doubt on that. But you worry. When you propose, will you get tongue-tied? Will your vocal cords stop working? Will whatever words you memorize disappear and your mouth opens and nothing comes out? Or maybe even worse, all this gibberish comes out. Will you, let me see, I can't remember, where are we? Boy, you look beautiful tonight. I'm Judy of Jim's Jewelers, and let me promise you this. When you propose with a diamond from Jim's Jewelers, you actually don't have to say a word. Just show her the diamond. You'll hear yes in microseconds. As for that gibberish, no worries. She understands your gibberish.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Bill Coates back on the pregame show from Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. The Apaches certainly have their work cut out for them this afternoon against the undefeated Southwest Junior College Football Conference Spring Season 2021 champion and third-ranked Cisco Wranglers. But the Apaches come into this game with some momentum. They throw it downfield for Cooley, who caught it. Touchdown, Tyler. Cooley one-hands the ball. Bibbins to the 15, big hole to the 10, to the 5, and Bibbins is going to score. Touchdown Apaches. And it's Cooley inside the 30. Cooley to the 20. Cooley to the 10, to the 5. Tyler touchdown on a screen pass to Jeremiah Cooley. And the Apaches get a 52-yard catch and run from Kenny to Cooley. No, they fake the handoff and throw it to Bailey out of the slot. Touchdown. Great fake to Bibbins. I bought it for a moment. Bailey slips through, and they dump it to him for a 6-yard touchdown, and the Apaches take the lead. Kenny with some time, steps up, throws it near side, got Clark wide open, touchdown Apaches. Clark was wide open. and the near corner of the end zone, and that is an Apache touchdown. Touchdown, Tyler, from 20 yards out. That's a great kick. Over the head of Thomas, all the way back to the 10. He touches it. Ball's loose. Tyler has it. And it was a come-from-behind 37-31 Apache win last Saturday at Blinn. And certainly a big day for both Apache quarterback Landry Kinney in his first start and sophomore wide receiver Jeremiah Cooley with 2 of Kinney's 4 touchdown passes. Cooley's story is interesting, moving to Texas as a child from New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina.
Those are just really routine plays. We work that all week, work our releases, work stacking them. Quarterback has trusted me because I run hard all week, and I do what I'm supposed to, and he knew where to put it, and it was on me just to go up and make a play.
You call them routine, but that first one you caught with one hand. To most people, that's not routine.
To people watching it for the first time, that's not routine. Like, to them it's not routine, but to me it's routine because, try to catch it with 2, but sometimes you got to go get it with 1. You can't be shocked when you catch it. You got to be like, yeah, I knew I was going to do that.
Talk about the job that Landry Kinney did in his first start.
That guy, boy, every time he gets in the game, it's just like a jolt of energy. It's like somebody just put new batteries in a car. Dude's always on one. He's just moving around going crazy. He makes plays.
What would it mean to beat Cisco and spoil their undefeated season?
They're coming in here undefeated, so they're probably just looking over us. And if we could do what we're supposed to do and light up the scoreboard like we did week 1 against Navarro and just produce points and just produce unanswered points, we'll beat them and spoil their season. That'll be a good way to head into the summer for some of these guys that may not come back next semester. That'll be a good way to send them out with a bang, send everybody out with a bang.
From New Orleans as a young man, then Katrina hits, and describe what happened after that.
I was a little kid, so I didn't really know much what was going on. All I knew was there was water. Honestly, I wouldn't trade anything that I went through for the world because it made me who I am today. It made me a better young man, made me stronger. The journey's been tough, but I know that if I keep putting in the hard work and keep busting my butt every day and just showing up and giving it my all, that I'll come out with something. I'll come out on top. I wanted my shot, and I felt like I was overlooked in high school. Started hitting up JUCOs, hit up Coach Rocco. Said they had a place here for me. Came here. The rest is history.
Defensively, Tyler's second leading tackler is freshman inside linebacker Daryl Miner from Lake Dallas High School.
I graduated high school in 2019. Signed with Abilene Christian. Was there for the summer, fall camp, and I decided to leave. It wasn't for me. Went home, took a semester off, then went to Texas Tech University as a preferred walk-on. Now I'm here. When I came here on a visit, everybody was just felt like they wanted me. Decided to come.
Daryl, talk about you as a football player. Just describe yourself and the position at linebacker that you're playing for the Apaches this year.
Fast, physical linebacker. Can get sideline to sideline. I play inside linebacker here, so I can better use all my ability to do that.
What have you done well as a group this year, in your opinion?
I think stopping the run. Front seven is nasty.
And talk about the pass rush. You guys really put the pressure on the Blinn quarterback. Talk about that.
Blinn's quarterback was a kind of a mobile quarterback. He likes to run a lot, so we had to make sure, keep a spy on him. Physical front, everybody swarming to the ball. Just a nasty defense.
What's it been like to play this spring, turning around, because don't you plan to be back here in the fall?
Yes, I plan on being back in the fall. This season was kind of weird for everybody. COVID and everything messed everything up as far as recruiting and all that. Me come back in the fall, I feel like we'll be even stronger because we all built this bond.
And last but not least, what has Tyler Junior College meant to you?
It's a start for me. It's like a start in a new home, especially me coming from Lake Dallas. I never really had another family besides that.
Daryl Miner and his Apache family look to close out the season today with a big win over Cisco. And our countdown to kickoff continues after this timeout.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now, she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hey, Doc Deason here once again with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Like you, it feels a little odd to have TJC on the football field at this time of year, but at least they finally got to suit up. I have and always will love watching the Apaches play at Rose Stadium, and when I can't be there, I listen here. As a real estate agent, I get to show off Tyler to countless newcomers every year. And I'm always proud to run them right down 5th Street to see our beautiful TJC campus. I've yet to have someone not be impressed by what they've seen either. We have an absolute treasure in this school, never mind the traditions and memories that so many of us carry from our days on campus. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for supporting our TJC Apaches no matter the time of year. At this time of year, the real estate market is hopping. And so if you need help with something in that realm, give me a call, 903-262-8680, or check out testimonials from past clients at DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
For over 50 years, Jeff Billings and Billings Tire Service have provided complete car care service to East Texas, and they continue to do so with your health and safety the #1 priority. The waiting area at 2150 West Grande Boulevard is sanitized and rearranged to ensure social distancing, or you can stay in your car during the service. Employees are taking added safety and sanitary precautions. Leave your keys in a drop box if needed. Both pickup and drop-off are available. Quality car care service with health and safety as top priority. Billings Tire Service, 561-JEFF, and BillingsTire.net.
Cash on the spot, American Gold and Diamond, jewelry, silver, coins, and gold, bring top cash right away.
American Gold and Diamond Exchange now has 2 convenient locations on 5th and Fleschel in Tyler, and the American Gold and Diamond Exchange Rare Coin and Bullion Investment Center on South Broadway across from Wagner Cadillac. American Gold and Diamond is the East Texas market maker for gold and silver bullion and rare coins. American Gold and Diamond Exchange sets the bar, giving the highest dollar for unwanted jewelry. American Gold and Diamond Exchange pays cash on the spot, no matter the size of your transaction. If you're a collector, an investor looking for a unique gift, or you need money fast, trust the team that delivers. American Gold and Diamond Exchange with 2 Tyler locations, 5th and Fleschel and South Broadway across from Wagner Cadillac. On the web at TylerGoldBuyer.com. That's TylerGoldBuyer.com.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Well, this crazy spring football season is coming to an end today, and the Apaches have a great opportunity this afternoon here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium against Cisco. Welcome back on the pregame show, and we visit with head coach Thomas Rocco. By beating Kilgore last week, they're the conference champion, but they still are trying to get into the national championship game, and they need to beat you today. So you've got a heck of an opportunity, do you not, to spoil their party?
Yeah, heck yeah. The conference is represented well in the top 10. We've got Trinity, actually New Mexico Military got in, Trinity Valley's in, Kilgore's in, and Cisco's in. Yeah, Cisco's coming here today, and it's kind of one of those any given Saturdays. We're going to shoot our best shot, and it'd be a heck of a deal for our kids to get a victory today. But, yeah, Cisco's a good football team.
What are they doing?
Play good defense, and they're running about 50 plays offensively per game, so they're controlling the clock. It's complimentary football. You don't see it a whole lot, especially, if you're a Big 12 fan, it's go, 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 and could be a 3 and out, change of possession real quick. But these guys are playing good defense, taking care of the football, so it's kind of, like you said, 101, just good complimentary football.
And I guess for Apache fans need to remember that their coach, Ryan Taylor, their new coach, Ryan Taylor, is an old Apache, played football here.
Yeah, he's an alumni here, so he gets a fundraiser letter every year. He's done a good job since he left. He's been an offensive guy, an offensive lineman, so he understands the game inside out, and he's got his team ready to go. I'm sure they'll be ready to go today.
It was fun watching that game at Blinn last week. Fun to call. I'm guessing a lot of fun to coach. Just talk about what it meant to you.
It meant a lot. It was fun for me to go back to Blinn because I shared some time down there as a Buccaneer myself. But more importantly, it was fun to watch our guys have success and get a win. It's been a long year. We've been down more than we've been up, but to come out with the win, it was just huge just to see those guys have some success.
Talk about Landry Kinney's first start, those 4 touchdown passes, and what he meant to your offense.
For the people that know Landry out of high school, the Central Texas people, it's probably no big surprise that he did what he did. He's just one of those guys that's got a little swagger, a little moxie. Comes from, his granddaddy played football here. He was on the 1960 national championship team. Actually, that last home game we gave his granddad his old jersey, and he ran out with the football team. And Landry's dad's a football coach. Landry's brother's a football coach. And Landry's a football player. It was fun to watch him go out. And, he's kind of best when it looks like we get a bad snap and he just improvs everything and just lets his athleticism take over. But he's the kind of guy who'll take command of the huddle. The guy's got a lot of respect for him, and it's a contagious infection that he's got on the team.
And how do you use your quarterbacks today?
We use them to win, do everything we can, and both the guys can play the game pretty well. We're going to do what they both can do well and try to give our team the best chance to win this one.
You've got guys coming back today. Talk about that.
Yeah, we had a couple running backs out last week. Should get Roderick Hawkins, Cujo, running back in the game today. Chris Winters from Little Cypress, Mauriceville, back in the game today. Kenny Bivens will be here. Kenny Bivens kind of made his debut last week. Josh McDowell is coming off a banged-up knee that he had, and Tyler Legacy, Mark Patton alumni will be back in there today. So we got a couple guys that we missed for the past few weeks.
When and what kind of momentum would that mean 3 months from now when you play fall football again?
It'd mean a lot, and I think it means even more for this group because this group won't be intact as a whole ever again. So momentum for the fall, it'd be big.
Some of them will be back.
Yeah, right, majority, actually. But for this group right here and those guys moving on, Otay Baker, Chevy, and those guys that got hurt with the season-ending career or season-ending injuries. Just for us as a whole, trying to get better every week, I think that win would be primarily important for those, and not to make an understatement the importance for the momentum moving forward, but we just kind of focused on right now and the impact we can have on these guys here today.
And the Apaches take on Cisco this afternoon. Final game of the regular season, the 2021 spring football season. The Apaches and the Cisco Wranglers ranked number 3 in the nation here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, and our pregame show continues after this timeout.
We're here with Katie from TJC. Now, Katie, tell us a little bit about registering early for fall classes.
Yeah, so it's so important to get your registration done. There comes a lot of benefits in registering early. You get to have a jump start on your education, and also I know schedules can be complicated, mostly for students that work, and just being able to register early, you get more options. So don't wait for the last minute because classes can fill up.
Registration for fall is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hi, it's Doc Deason with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Thanks for being part of today's TJC football broadcast. What a treat it is to have the black and gold back on the field and on the air. No matter the time of year, it's always fun to pull for our Apaches, but I think it's a little sweeter this time around. By now, real estate's running wide open, so if I can offer some help to you, feel free to give me a shout. 903-262-8680. That's 262-8680. DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
For over 50 years, Jeff Billings and Billings Tire Service have provided complete car care service to East Texas, and they continue to do so with your health and safety the #1 priority. The waiting area at 2150 West Grande Boulevard is sanitized and rearranged to ensure social distancing, or you can stay in your car during the service. Employees are taking added safety and sanitary precautions. Leave your keys in a drop-box if needed. Both pickup and drop-off are available. Quality car care service with health and safety as top priority. Billings Tire Service, 561-JEFF, and BillingsTire.net.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
A smooth-running, dependable truck, SUV, or car is no accident. It involves regular maintenance by professionals trained in today's technology. You just don't see people doing their own repairs these days, and that means you need an auto repair and maintenance partner you can trust. Robertson Automotive is that partner. The state-of-the-art, full-service Robertson Automotive Auto Repair Service Center is just a half-mile past the loop on South Highway 155. They work on all vehicles, including light-duty diesels. Every technician is ASE certified, including 3 master techs. Their work is backed up by a nationwide warranty on parts and labor. Relax in a clean waiting room with coffee, Wi-Fi, and TV, or Robertson Automotive will pick you up or drive you home. Bottom line, you need to trust your auto maintenance partner. And since 1992, East Texans have trusted Kevin, Lynn, and the staff at Robertson Automotive. A half-mile outside the loop on South Highway 155 and on the web at robertsonautotyler.net.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Clayton Neville and Kevin Simon live from Tyler ISD Rose Stadium, home today of the TJC Apaches. Tyler Junior College playing their last home game and their last game of this odd COVID season is what we'll classify it as. They'll kick off next year here in just a couple months, but this will be it for what was a spring season in TJC football history.
Yeah, it turned out to be fairly entertaining. Now, TJC would have liked to win a few more games, but I think they worked out as well as they could under the circumstances. I'm anticipating a pretty entertaining ball game, which is not something I usually say when these two teams get together. It's usually one-sided in TJC's favor, but again, Cisco's they've got some championship implications on the mind.
Yeah, again, anytime that you have a team that could play for a national championship, you're paying attention, especially when it's a Texas team and one out of this Southwest Junior College Conference. For those of you just joining us, we recapped it a little bit earlier on in the pregame show, but Cisco College is 6-0, and in the rankings, they are sitting number 3 nationally. Hutchinson Community College number 1, Snow College number 2, and Cisco College number 3. So again, an opportunity here today, Kevin, for TJC, and you heard a little bit about it there with Bill, with the players and coach, that they could be the spoiler this afternoon.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, they're not just playing for that. They want to build on this and carry it in the next season. They have a shot again to have a non-losing season for the first time since 2017. They can win today. They'll be 4-4. And so, and for the other guys that'll be moving on, you're still trying to impress the scouts. So a lot to play for the Apaches. We'll see if they can put together a good ball game today.
Yeah, and I'm building that going into the offseason, the shortened offseason. You've got that Blinn win that you could tack onto this if you have a victory here today. So if you finish out the season with victories at Blinn and Cisco, that's even better, boosting that confidence going into next year.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're striving for, to finish on a strong note. They've had an up-and-down season, as we all know, but if you can finish with back-to-back wins after back-to-back losses and finish heading into next season, that should hopefully give them a boost.
Before we go to break and preview this one with the matchup right ahead of the national anthem and the kickoff, I do want to run down the top 10 for you as we get close to postseason play here in the NJCAA. Number 1 is Hutchinson. Number 2 is Snow. 3, Cisco. 4th, Iowa Western. Number 5, Garden City. Kilgore came in at 6, and I wanted to do this because of the number of Southwest Conference teams in this. Trinity Valley Community College 7, Independence is 8, Coffeyville is 9, and New Mexico Military Institute is 10. They finished the season 4-3. That tells you, though, the quality of this conference and how they're respected nationally.
Yeah, it's a strong conference. You got 4 teams in the top 10 and one maybe with an opportunity to play for a national championship. So it's a strong conference, and hopefully next season TJC will be part of that top 10 mix.
It's been an odd season, but we'll see how it closes out. An opportunity to close out on a good note for Tyler Junior College, and Cisco playing for a lot. It's coming up next on 92.1 FM, The Team.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now, she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hey, Doc Deason here once again with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Like you, it feels a little odd to have TJC on the football field at this time of year, but at least they finally got to suit up. I have and always will love watching the Apaches play at Rose Stadium, and when I can't be there, I listen here. As a real estate agent, I get to show off Tyler to countless newcomers every year. And I'm always proud to run them right down 5th Street to see our beautiful TJC campus. I've yet to have someone not be impressed by what they've seen either. We have an absolute treasure in this school, never mind the traditions and memories that so many of us carry from our days on campus. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for supporting our TJC Apaches no matter the time of year. At this time of year, the real estate market is hopping. And so if you need help with something in that realm, give me a call, 903-262-8680, or check out testimonials from past clients at DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
All across East Texas, 7 days a week, there's a Maddox man ready to answer your call for those untimely AC problems, electrical malfunctions, and the always never fun plumbing issue. No matter where you are in East Texas or what time of day it may be, there's a Maddox man ready to answer your call. Visit MaddoxAC.com. AC, electrical, plumbing, Maddox residential and commercial services. Your home or office air, heat, electrical, and plumbing systems are mostly out of sight, hopefully not out of mind. Neglect of these systems can lead to unexpected and likely unnecessary expense in the future. With the Maddox Comfort Plan, you can avoid many large and unexpected expenses, ensuring your AC and heat, electrical, and plumbing systems are performing efficiently all year long. Contact us today and let's discuss a Maddox Comfort Plan for your home or office. Visit MaddoxAC.com or call 903-592-6531. Trust Maddox.
Texas license TECL 18026.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, a deli slicer is how we do it. Fresh sliced and made right in front of you is what we've always done. It's what we've been doing. It's what we're always gonna do. Because meat and cheese, deli sliced thin, piled high and made to order, is just how a great sub should be done. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Spring football from Earl Campbell Field at Rose Stadium. I'm Clayton Neville with Kevin Simon. It's TJC Apache football. Tyler Junior College taking on Cisco in the season finale for TJC. Tyler Junior College comes into this matchup 3-4 overall, 2-4 in conference, and again Cisco 6-0 with hopes to play for a national championship. Hutchinson Community College and Snow College are ranked 1 and 2 nationally, with Cisco number 3. Captains out on the 50-yard line right now for the coin toss. Representing Tyler Junior College is Josh Echeverria, and Kevin, you could probably pronounce that better than me, given the fact that you've done, 6 or 7 games, and this is my first. But yeah, captains out there now.
I think you did good enough. I think it's Echeverria.
Both captains out there. Of course, the sophomore representing TJC, and it looks as if Tyler will defend the west end zone. No, they will receive the football, and they will head from right to left on your radio to kick things off. So Cisco College coming in 6-0. TJC looking to add momentum heading into what will be a short off season on a gorgeous afternoon here in East Texas. Artificial turf here at Rose Stadium on Earl Campbell Field. The Apache Bells will not play at halftime. Smaller crowd than typical here, but still we've got some home fans in front of us here, and we've got some blue across the way for the Cisco faithful who made the trip. Just west of Fort Worth is where Cisco College is. The black and gold immediately in front of us on the final opportunity to see the Apaches in Tyler until September.
Yeah, well, Landry Kennedy, quarterback, had a great game last week. He got his first start of the season, threw for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Hopefully he can build on what he was able to put together last week. We'll see what happens.
Here at Rose Stadium, the field sunk down into a half-shaped bowl. Grass painting behind the scoreboard over to our right. The Rose logo at the 50-yard line. Tyler ISD written in white letters on either end zone. With the mascots from the local high schools as we're set to kick things off on the season finale for TJC. And Cisco will kick it deep from left to right on your radio. Kick moves coming near side 20, bounces at the 15, rolls inside the 5 and out of bounds. There's the flag, and TJC will have decent field position to get things started here in the first quarter. The Apaches with the gold pants, black piping, black shirts, gold numbers, gold letters, gold trim. On the other side for Cisco, they've got the gray pants, gray jerseys, white numerals, white letters, blue helmets. The ball's going to be at the 35-yard line and left hash mark as it rolled out of bounds inside the 5.
Yeah, it's a good decision by Roger Hawkins to get away from it and allow it to go out of bounds. He thought about picking up for a split second, made the right decision to let it go out of bounds and get the 35-yard line start.
So the Apache offense comes out onto the field. They'll try to set the tone in their black and golds. 2 receivers lined up to the right. 2 stacked short side left. Ball on the left hash mark at the 35-yard line. Kinney, shotgun formation, a back on his right. Play clock will roll under 10. There's the snap. 3-step drop. Looking right to throw. Kinney takes off on his feet across the 36 up towards the 37-yard line. Not much more. 3, maybe 4-yard pickup.
Well, Cisco got upfield and got immediately pressure on Kinney, so a good quick decision by him to step up in the pocket and get positive yardage.
They'll give him 4, 2nd down and 6. Ball in between the hashes at the 39. Kinney in the gun. 2 receivers either way. Handoff. Moving left. Tripped up at the ankles and brought down. No gain, if anything, for Roderick Hawkins, the 5'9 freshman running back out of Tyler.
The Apaches have really struggled to run the football this season. That used to be one of the things they could hang their hats on. It's been a struggle this year.
Short loss. 3rd down and 7 from the 38 for TJC in their own territory. Kinney in the gun takes the snap. Slings it right, pass complete, 1st down outside the numerals, shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Ball's hauled in as he's falling to his knees. Justine Clark, the freshman wideout.
Yeah, that's a nice route by Clark, an out route, and a good pass by Kinney. Not an easy pass to make, long pass for the 1st down.
They'll mark it on the right hash of the 47. 2 receivers lined up either way. Tyler quickly to the line. In the shotgun formation, Kinney takes the snap, under pressure, rolling left, lets it fly, pass bobbled and caught at the 45-yard line in Cisco territory and hauled out of bounds, and I believe a late flag as well. But what a catch, being able to hang on to the football with contact, Jeremiah Cooley.
Yeah, there's a penalty flag and a hat, so I think the receiver may have been out of bounds before the catch. We'll get the call here, but there was a penalty flag, and then the official also threw his hat. So either there are 2 penalties or the receiver was out of bounds before the catch.
Now Jeremiah Cooley had the ball hit his chest, then his hands. It bobbled for a moment, and then he pulled in. Where exactly was he on the field?
Came back in and was the first to touch it. It's an illegal pass.
Out of bounds at one point is the answer to that question, and so it is an incomplete pass. I think he was in when the ball was caught, but he was out of bounds first, and you can't do that. So that'll be an incomplete pass, and the ball marked now on the right hash mark of the 47-yard line. 2nd down. 2 receivers wide to the left, 2 short right for TJC. Roderick Hawkins to the left of his quarterback, Kinney in the gun. Takes the snap, whips it out to the left, bobbled by Hawkins, bounces off the turf, incomplete. He had taken his eye off the ball for a moment. He had wide open space in front of him, but Kevin couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, just a tough catch for Hawkins to make, a little bit over his head. Simply couldn't reel it in. Big 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 10. For TJC from their own 47-yard line. Early in this contest, 13:42 to go here in the 1st quarter. Opening possession of the ball game, right to left on your radio. 3 receivers wide to the left, 1 short side right. Kinney in the gun, moves Hawkins to his left. He'll now flank out left. 3-step drop. Kinney steps up in the pocket, looks to throw, lets it fly, caught and dropped at the 30-yard line. Had it in his chest, took a hard lick from Trajan Hughes and dropped it. Couldn't hang on to the football.
Yeah, there's a holding call against the Apaches that should be declined, but that's a good defensive play by Cisco. A well-timed hit that got the ball out of there. They should decline this penalty and force the Apaches to punt the ball.
Yeah, it'll bring up 4th down. The hold obviously would bring him backwards, but they'd have to do 3rd again. So it was holding against the offense.
Will be declined. It's 4th down.
And it is declined, and TJC will bring out the punt team.
Yeah, this is where Cisco is really good on the defensive side of the ball. They don't blow you away on the offense, but defensively they're holding their opponents to under 17 points a game. One in the conference right there with Trinity Valley, so that's where they make their bones.
TJC forced to punt on their first offensive possession. They'll do it with the line of scrimmage their own 47-yard line. Snap, and the kick's away off the foot of Hamilton Williams. A high hanging punt, returnable from the 20 and smacked to the ground at the 21. A hard lick delivered by Rowry Bailey, the freshman for TJC, and Cisco will take over at their own 21-yard line. with 13:25 to go here in the opening quarter.
That's a great job by Cisco's defense, but good quick coverage right there by the Apaches.
Score of this game, we'll see the Cisco Wranglers offense for the first time this afternoon, as they come out onto the artificial turf in their gray pants, gray jerseys, white numbers, blue helmets. And we'll see the Apache defense for the first time this afternoon. You heard it from Coach Rocco in the top with Bill. This TJDC defense has been more ferocious game by game. We saw it last week, especially in the latter half of that one with Blinn. First down and 10 for Cisco. Left to right on your radio from their own 21-yard line. One receiver wide to the right. Quarterback shotgun formation, one back immediately behind him. It's Cooper Bell, the QB. Hands it off, moving right, trying to turn the edge. 25, cut back 30, 35, first down, close to the 40-yard line. Nice run by number 17, Travis Dixon, the running back. Patient behind his blockers, and that'll move the chains.
Well, he got some great blocks. Dixon, nice job to turn the corner, stay in bounds, but he got some great blocks to seal the edge.
Ball's on the right hash mark of the 38 as the Wranglers move down the field from left to right. Cooper Bell in the gun has a back on his right and one immediately behind him. One receiver short side right, none wide to the left. Angel Hernandez will now move to the left of his quarterback. Man in motion, it's Hawkins. They'll give it to Hawkins. He'll try to turn the edge and can't. Cut off at the 40-yard line. Short gain, if anything. Nice job by the TJC defense containing. First number I saw was 5, James Neal, but he had some help.
Yeah, Neal's done a great job all season. He's averaging 10 tackles a game to lead the Apaches. That's a nice job on that play, as the Apaches struggled early in the season to contain the edges. That time they do a good job.
He must have leaned that ball forward over on the sideline because they gave him a nice spot, the 42-yard line. We're at second down and 6. Ball's on the left hash. 3 receivers now to the right for the Wranglers. 1 short side left. Cooper Bell in the gun. He's got a back on his left, Travis Dixon. Snap is low. Picks it up off the turf. Option play. Pitch to the left. First down outside the numerals, close to the 50-yard line. Nice job by Cisco making something out of nothing on that one. Holding their breath on the Cisco sideline were the coaches as they saw the ball hit the turf on the snap. The first down came out of it.
And Apache injured on the play, but that was a well-executed option play for Cisco.
12 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Nothing score. If you're just joining us, Clayton Neville alongside Kevin Simon. I'm in for Bill Coates. Final home game of the year for TJC. Tyler forced the 3 and out, and Cisco now moving down the field. They're at midfield, right at that Rose Stadium Red Rose logo. And the injured Apache will come over to the field, sideline rather, under his own power.
It looks like Ralph Carter, the defensive lineman out of Nolens, Louisiana.
Yeah. Doesn't even need any help from the trainers. Looks like he'll be okay. Don't want to speculate on the injury, but he's over to the sideline now and looks fine. Ball's on the left hash mark of their own 48-yard line. Cisco Wranglers. Quarterback Cooper Bell in the gun with a back on his left. It's Travis Dixon. He'll move over to his right. Clock's rolling again, 11:50 and counting. Dixon moving to the left on the handoff, trying to turn that edge and can't. Again, the edge was sealed off by the Apache defense, and that time it was Jacob Humphrey, the 6'3", 271 sophomore.
Once again, a good reaction by the Apache defense. A good job of running the football down, didn't allow the ball carrier to turn the corner.
Second and 10 for Cisco from the left hash of the 48. Now the crowd's starting to fill in a little bit on the visiting side for Cisco. On this May football game on Saturday afternoon here in Smith County, Texas. Play clock will roll under 10, close to 5 here before the snap gets off. Cooper Bell in the gun with a back on his left. Takes it at 4. Option play left. Pitches it out. Dixon breaks one tackle, can't shed another, and thrown out of bounds on the far side of the field.
It's a big third down coming up for the Apache defense. Want to get them off the field. It's still early in the game, but this is a big, they want to set the tone for the rest of the game defensively. It's a big opportunity coming up.
Daryl Miner Jr. was the Apache credited with that tackle. And that'll bring up now 3rd down and 7. Ball's on the left hash mark of the 50-yard line, just above that red Rose logo here at Rose Stadium in Tyler. 3 receivers to the right for the Wranglers, 1 short side left. Bell's in the gun with Dixon on his right. Now Dixon will flank out to the right. Bell takes it himself, moves up the middle, nowhere to go, picks up a couple but not nearly enough to maybe 3-yard gain on the quarterback keeper, and that'll bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 5, maybe 6 yards.
That's a nice job by the Apaches. The quarterback, I think it's a design quarterback draw. The Apaches seem to be spying the quarterback and made a good play.
Cisco's right back to the line on 4th down and 5 from the TJC 47-yard line. Cisco's looking over to the sideline for a call. You hear TJC coaches calling quick kick, and they called it exactly right. It's a quick kick, high punt, short, moving to the 20, now rolling inside to the 19. Quick kick it was, and that's where Tyler will take over at the 19-yard line as it's downed by Cisco's Justin Hammond.
That's a great job by the Apache defense to get them off the field. They gave up a first down or 2 maybe, but it's a good job to get them off the field on their first possession.
So each team has had the ball once. Tyler now will take it with 10-11 to play here in the first quarter. A scoreless game in the conference finale. TJC will move from right to left, heading toward that giant Christus Trinity Mother Francis scoreboard that plays replays and live action here for the fans in the stands. It's a slant pass moving near side as Kinney was rushed in the backfield. It was complete, but a loss on the play as it's caught by Nick Rimpert.
The Apaches tried to set up a tunnel screen. It's rare that you see a loss of 5 yards on a tunnel screen, but again, that's that Cisco defense.
Yeah, Landry Kinney had nowhere to go. He simply had to dump it off in the backfield, and that's what he did. 2nd down and 15 from the 15 here for TJC in their black and golds. Gold plants, black jersey. There's the snap. It's muffed. Hits his chest, falls to the turf, and he's dropped in the backfield. Kinney couldn't handle the snap, was able to get back to the ball, but he was dropped at the 5-yard line. Big-time loss.
Yeah, it's a low snap that Kinney had a lot of trouble with the snap last week. A lot of it not his fault. That was a tough one to handle. Again, we saw too much of this again against Glenn a week ago. That time he was not able to gather it in.
So TJC's got their back up against the wall, literally, right there at the end zone. They're at the 5. 3rd down and long. Handoff at the goal line. Shaken, bacon to the 5, to the 8. Can't spin out of another tackle down there. Nice hard run, but not near enough for a first down. Roderick Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins barely got out of the end zone. He had to break a tackle right there at the goal line to get the positive yardage and at least give his punter a little bit more room to work with.
So that's a series TJC would probably want back.
That was ugly. It went backwards. Yeah, that was just an ugly possession. It started off bad again with the tunnel screen that lost 5 yards. Then the bobbled snap, the muff snap that cost them some more yardage. So they went in the wrong direction that time.
Started at the 19. It's 4th down from their own 9. And TJC will punt from inside their own end zone. In fact, right at that white E for Tyler ISD in the end zone. It's a high hanging punt off the foot of Hamilton Williams. Not a whole lot of distance. It'll get some on the bounce across the 25 to the 30, right around the 30-yard line. So it'll be great field position for Cisco College with 8:12 to go here in the first quarter.
The punter felt the pressure. He got some pressure right up the middle, and that caused a very short punt. Great starting field position for Cisco.
Clayton Neville and Kevin Simon live here from Rose Stadium, Earl Campbell Field on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Southwest Junior Conference finale. Cisco starts from the 30-yard line in the left hash mark in their gray and blues. Blue helmets, gray jerseys, gray pants. Handoff Dixon moving left, couple yards, swarmed by the Apaches. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the pickup. I saw a couple numbers on the tackle. First one I saw, 41, Billy Pullen, but he had some help from his teammates.
He did a lot of Apaches there in on the tackle. That's the way you got to play these guys if you're going to be successful.
3-yard gain as the sun's starting to peek through here in Tyler. 2nd and 7 rather from the 27 to the air goes Cooper Bell, caught in the end zone for a touchdown. Cisco caught by 16 Ashton Hawkins. What a toss.
Yeah, what an easy play for a touchdown. Just a deep end route by the receiver and a perfect pass by Bell. And just like that, they're in the end zone.
A 27-yard strike from Bell to Hawkins gets Cisco on the board first. Extra point with 7:43 to go. Snap, hold, kick is no good. Missed it just off to the left. Kick came off the foot of Caleb Q. So with 7:43 to go here in quarter number one, Cisco leads Tyler Junior College 6-0. Apache football continues in a moment on 92.1 FM. The Team.
Hey, Doc Deason here once again with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Like you, it feels a little odd to have TJC on the football field at this time of year, but at least they finally got to suit up. I have and always will love watching the Apaches play at Rose Stadium, and when I can't be there, I listen here. As a real estate agent, I get to show off Tyler to countless newcomers every year. And I'm always proud to run them right down 5th Street to see our beautiful TJC campus. I've yet to have someone not be impressed by what they've seen either. We have an absolute treasure in this school, never mind the traditions and memories that so many of us carry from our days on campus. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for supporting our TJC Apaches no matter the time of year. At this time of year, the real estate market is hopping. And so if you need help with something in that realm, give me a call, 903-262-8680, or check out testimonials from past clients at DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
1FM KRWR Tyler. Colin Cowherd, weekdays 11 till 2. You're on The Team.
Kickoff from left to right on your radio as Cisco strikes first, 6-0. Cisco College leading TJC. Nice return for the Apaches on the ensuing kickoff. Across the 40, up close to the 45-yard line. Kevin on the return, and Kevin Simon, you've got the scoring drive summary.
A short field for Cisco to work with 30 yards, 2 plays, and 29 seconds.
And on that return for TJC, that gives them good field position. The 41-yard line in their own territory, to be exact. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Kenny in the gun takes the snap, hands it off. Not much there. Roderick Hawkins up the middle, short game. But the special teams for TJC putting their offense in a good spot with that return across the 40-yard line.
That was a great return. The Apaches can use any little bit of help they can get against struggling to run the football.
7:13 to go in the first quarter. Clock's rolling. 6-0 Cisco. TJC in their black and golds comes to the line of scrimmage. Landry Kinney in the shotgun formation. Roderick Hawkins on his right. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's a handoff, Hawkins up the middle. Dragging a few Wranglers behind him. Hard power running for about 3 yards, and that brings up 3rd down and 7.
Your 3rd and long situation, exactly where you don't want to be for TJC. We'll see if they're able to put something together here.
Jeremiah Cooley lined up as a receiver out there with Jalen Jackson to the left. 2 to the right. They'll look for Cooley near side. Goes up high for it. Comes down with it, but out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Cooley went up high for the football. That looked like the design. Throw it up and he'll go get it. He did, but he came down out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, helped out by Andrew Smith. That's a great job by the cornerback. It used to be if you got pushed out of bounds, they still counted inbounds. Now that doesn't count. You have to get a foot down, and the cornerback did a great job to help him out of bounds.
Yeah, he came down both feet on the white right here on the near sideline. 4th down for TJC. Yet again, they're forced to punt, this time from their own 41-yard line. Snaps away, punt is off. This one's high and long. Takes a nice bounce, too. Inside the 20, inside the 15, and down by TJC at the 1-yard line. If they get it at the 1 or maybe the 1.5, either way, great special teams play here for TJC, couple of them.
Yeah, outstanding again on the kickoff return to open up that possession, but that, again, great kick coverage by the Apaches.
So that'll pin Cisco deep in their own territory. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 2. 6:18 to play here in quarter number 1. Cisco's up on TJC 6-0. Cisco College 6-0 on the season. And an opportunity to play for a national championship if they win today, and they'll have to have a couple other things go their way, too, based on the standings, with Hutchinson and Snow colleges ranked 1 and 2 above Cisco at 3. But TJC right now has them pinned. First down and 10 for Cisco and their Grays and Blues at their own 2-yard line. Quarterback Cooper Bell in the gun with a back behind him, standing about 5 yards deep in his own end zone. Takes the snap, hands it off, moving right, hit at the goal line. He'll be forward by about a yard, but he lost yardage overall on that play. Travis Dixon got the ball and was hit right at the goal line.
Yeah, that's a nice job by the Apache defense. They were pushing and shoving after the play. I think the officials are still trying to get control. They're going to get an Apache off the field. But that's well done by the Apache defense.
Doesn't appear as if there'll be any penalties here. They're just trying to get everybody back to their respective sidelines. Perhaps a timeout called. 6:09 to play here in quarter number 1. They're bringing both teams over to their respective benches. We may have had a timeout. It does appear to be a Cisco timeout, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from their own 2-yard line. You hear the excitement here from the fans.
There's a little bit going on. It's a pretty good crowd, especially from the Blend side.
It really filled in.
I guess when you're 6-0 with a shot at the national championship, that brings the crowd. That's a nice crowd for Blend. A good crowd for TJC as well.
Once that sun started to come out, we saw a few fans come out of nowhere. Parking lot filled up a little bit. Now both teams will come back out onto the field. Still don't know if it was an officially charged timeout to a team or if it was an official timeout, and I say that because the officials were conversing the entire time. In fact, the referee was writing some stuff down. Either way, they're back out onto the field, and we resume. 2nd down and 10 from the 2. Cisco in their own territory. Cooper Bell in the gun with the back behind him. Hand off, moving left, trying to spin out of the end zone. He can't do it. It's going to be a safety. He's trapped back in his own end zone. Christian Mosley couldn't get out of the end zone. And the Tyler Junior College defense, Kevin, has earned 2 points.
Yeah, they really did a great job once again. As I've mentioned earlier in this ball game, they're running the football down. They tracked it down and didn't allow the ball carrier to cross the goal line. Nicely done by the Apaches.
And there were several numbers in there to call, too. A bunch of them swarmed to it. I saw James Neal in there. Justice Clemens. The Apache defense will get the credit for that one. And 2 points on the board. 6:03 to play. It's 6-2. Now, I'm filling in for Bill. I don't know how to do that. You don't do a scoring drive summary when there's no scoring drive.
I don't think.
Just a score.
Just a score. Just a safety. Well played by the Apache defense. Off to a pretty good start. Now, they gave up the 1 touchdown pass, a possession of goal, but a good job there.
And, of course, the benefit of the safety. The offense will get the football as Cisco is going to have to kick it away here.
And the Apache should, once again, get good starting field position.
Cisco will kick it from their own 20-yard line. Now, I heard a lot about the Cisco defense coming into today and the TJC defense, but, man, it's been a defensive battle so far.
Yeah.
And the score proves it, 6-2. As the Wranglers will kick it away from left to right. Laces to leather. It's a high, booming kick, returnable from the 25 up to the 30, near side 35, 40, tripped up shy of the 45-yard line. Good return by Nick Rimpert, the 6'1", 195-pound wideout. And TJC will have a good spot on the field with 5:56 to go. I feel like every team in offense, every time they've touched the ball, we've said they've got good position, but
that's pretty much been the case, except for that last
except for the safety,
Cisco,
of course.
Yeah. But that is great starting field position for the Apaches.
So Tyler will come out to the left hash mark of the 44. Line 1 receiver up, far side to the right. It's Justine Clark. 3 receivers stacked to the left. Kinney in the gun, a back on his left, swings it out right side to Cooley. It's a reverse, back to the quarterback. Kinney to the air, has a man caught inside the 30-yard line and knocked down. A nice snag by number 82, Kelly Arcarai.
Yeah, there was a whole lot going on in that play as the receiver caught a pass and pitched it back to the quarterback. Left a wide open Apache receiver down the left sideline for a big play.
Yeah, the 6', 188-pound freshman brought it down inside the 30 at the 28 for the Apache first down. TJC right back to the line. 3 receivers wide side right. Kinney in the gun. 1 receiver to the left. It's Rimpert. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks for a Rimpert on the slant. Incomplete at the 10-yard line. Had it in his hands, but it was a little high. Couldn't bring it to his chest. Incomplete with 5:21 to go.
Yeah, I still thought he had a chance to catch that ball, but as you mentioned, it was a little high. Had a chance to snag it, but again, a good play defensively to knock that ball out of his hands.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the left hash mark of the 27-yard line in Wrangler territory. 6-2. Cisco with the lead, but the Apaches banging on the door. Kinney in the gun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, moves himself to the left, takes a hard hit, stays on his feet, and then's thrown out of bounds. It's going to get a little chippy on the sidelines here. He caught an extra lick as he was heading out of bounds. Nothing illegal, it didn't appear. But when it's right in front of the TJC sideline, that'll rile you up.
Yeah, Apaches didn't like it. A lot of push and shoving once again after the play, but the officials step in, get it cleaned up. But as you mentioned, Kinney took a big hit there on the sideline.
And I know we're early, but so far the officials have done a good job of getting in between the players and not making penalties dictate this game. Because it has been chippy from the start.
Early on in this matchup.
5-10 and rolling here in the first quarter. 6-2, Cisco. TJC has it from the Wrangler 27. On 3rd down and 12, Kinney rolling out to his left, in trouble, now moves to his right. He'll take off. He's got space. 25-20, down close to the 15. He needed the 17-yard line. I think he got it. That should be good for a TJC first down.
Well, he did a great job to pick his way through that Cisco defense. Couldn't find an open receiver. Felt pressure from the backside, took off to the right side. Nobody was there defensively. Big run for Kinney.
First down, Apaches. Ball's on the right hash mark of Cisco's 16-yard line. 1 receiver lined up to the right. It's Jostine Clark. 3 wide side to the left for the Apaches. Roderick Hawkins immediately behind his quarterback. Now will stand to his right as Kinney drifts into the gun. Play clock will roll down to 5 here. It's at 3. There's the snap. Kinney rolling left, looks to throw, lets it fly, intercepted in the end zone, picked off, returnable to the 10, 15, 20 the other way, to the 30, and out of bounds at the 32-yard line, intercepted by Cisco's number 24, Andrew Smith. And here comes a way late flag.
Yeah, another, again, some pushing and shoving after the play. It's a nice interception, easy interception as Kinney just threw it right there in the corner of the end zone. He just waited on it to hit him in the hands. Now, the return man had a convoy of blockers in front of him. Not sure how he didn't return that one for 6 because they had everybody in front of him, but that's a nice job by the Apaches to stop him.
Yeah, the ball may have been thrown a little bit short because it did appear that the receiver and the DB were just waiting for it to arrive. Defense got there first. Looks like we had some extracurriculars afterwards. It's going to move us back about 15 yards.
Yeah, it's just a silly play after a nice interception and a pretty good return. You get a boneheaded play and unsportsmanlike conduct against Cisco.
Yeah, it went against the Wranglers. So after all that, the return and the penalty, the score remains 6-2. There's 4 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. And Cisco has the football and a fresh set of downs from the right hash mark of the 17-yard line in their own territory. 2 receivers right for Cisco, and they're all grays with blue helmets. 1 back to the left of his quarterback in the gun, Cooper Bell. 3-step drop, rolls out right to throw, being chased by the black and gold. Steps out of bounds himself near sideline at the 19. He'll mark it at the 20-yard line.
Good coverage by the Apaches as Bell couldn't find an open receiver. They also didn't allow the quarterback to turn it upfield and get good yardage.
Yeah, 3-yard pickup to the 20. That'll make it 2nd down and 7 with under 4 to play here in quarter number 1. Bell now with a back on his right. 2 receivers lined up wide to the left, 1 short side right. Cooper Bell, the Wrangler quarterback, looks to his sideline, now takes the snap, hands it off to Dixon, moving left, and Dixon is swarmed by the Apaches. Hit hard in the backfield and dropped to the turf.
Again, the Apaches done a great job of chasing the football down. Neither team so far able to run the football. Nicely done by the Apaches.
Jared Bird leading the way, the 6'2", 245-pound freshman from Alexandria, Louisiana for the TJC defense. 3rd down and 12. Ball's inside the 15-yard line now at the 14. Play clock will roll under 10 with 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Dixon's on the right of his quarterback. Play clock's at 5. There's the snap. Being chased now, rolling to his left. Bell lets it fly outside the numerals to the left. It's caught for a first down. Across the 30 to the 32-yard line, hauled in by Ashton Hawkins, and that'll move the chains.
That's a great job by quarterback Bell. Felt the pressure, couldn't find a receiver, got himself free just enough to get off a good pass and a first down.
Big-time conversion on 3rd down. That'll bring up 1st down and 10 from the left hash mark of the 31-yard line as the sun now is really gleaming down here on Earl Campbell Field at Rose Stadium. 3 receivers lined up to the right, 1 short side left. Dixon's going to move to the right of his quarterback, Bell, in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Dixon, straight up the middle, thrown to the grass by his face mask. I saw it from up here, so there's no doubt the officials saw it downstairs, and the flag has been thrown. That's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, easy call, as you mentioned, for the officials to see. We both saw an easy face mask call against the Apaches.
Yeah, it's one of those where I don't even know if the official on the field bothered making the call to the players. He just grabbed the ball and started running. 15 yards. I think everybody knew.
Yeah, everybody can spot that one.
Face masking call will move Cisco up to the left hash mark of their own 47-yard line. Game clock's at 2:18 and counting. 6-2, Cisco with the lead. Cisco's unbeaten on the year. This is the Southwest Junior College Conference finale. Handoff moving right. Nowhere to go. This is going to be a big loss as the Apache defense tightens up. They played well today. Cartavian Walker, the running back on the carry there for Cisco, and we'll see where they mark it. That's going to be close to a 5-yard loss. Looks like they'll make it 4, and they'll put the football at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, 9 Apaches around the football near that tackle, so a good job once again of getting to the football.
2nd down and a long 13. Ball's on the right hash mark of Cisco's own 44. Bell in the gun, takes the snap, in trouble, rolling left, lets it fly, spiraling ball far side, short, incomplete. Fell at about the 12, the receiver was at the 10. Under 90 seconds to play here in the opening quarter, and that brings up 3rd down.
The Apaches are doing a good job of putting pressure on Bell. That's what caused that bad pass. The Apaches had 8 sacks last week against Glenn, and they're getting pretty good pressure on Bell today.
Big 3rd down play here for Cisco. 1 receiver short side to the right. Goal line 4 wide outs to the left. Empty backfield. Bell, 3-step drop, looks to throw, far side, tipped and intercepted, picked off by TJC, headed back the other way, 40, 35, 30, there's space to the 25, breaking tackles to the 20, room 15, to the 10, cut back at the 5 and brought out of bounds there. What a return for TJC's Adrian Taylor, the 5'11 sophomore with a big-time interception and return.
Yeah, Taylor wanted to score on that play. Now, there was an obvious block in the back, so some of this return will come back. But that's a great interception on the tip drill, but a nice return as well by Taylor.
Flag sits at about the 13-yard line. It literally was tipped, as you say, tip drill. That's why you practice it. Ball tipped off the receiver, didn't sky into the air, just went a couple feet up into the air, fell into the DB's chest, and he took off. Man, he had some speed, too, and some moves, too.
He was trying to score on the play, broke a tackle, and that's the 10th interception on the season for the Apaches. They came in with 9, obviously, but 4th in the nation in terms of interceptions.
Yeah, Cisco literally living up to their mascot there, the Wranglers. They had to wrangle him up. He was all over the field.
Yeah, he was trying to score. That was a great return. Again, a lot of this, or some of this will come back via the block in the back, but a good return.
Yeah, and we do have our injured Wrangler on the field, down around the 5 on the near sideline, so that's what's taking the extra moment here as they sort out the penalty as well. Either way, the Apaches are going to have the football. They're going to have it with good field position and down 6-2. That interception was a big break.
Yeah, another scoring opportunity. Got to take advantage of any time you get this kind of field position after that interception and return.
It was Ashton Hawkins, the injured Cisco Wrangler, and he's walking around the end zone under his own power with a water bottle, so he appears to be okay. I mean, He may have been winded. I'm telling you, they were running all over the place, trying to wrangle up the Apaches. It took a while, but they got him down around the 5. Now, with the penalty, we'll see where the line of scrimmage will be.
First down.
15-yard penalty from the spot, so that'll back it up to the 23-yard line after the interception. That's where the Apaches will have it.
Yeah, with again another opportunity to make something happen. Got to take advantage of this field position.
1st and 10 for the Apaches, right to left on your radio with 2 receivers to the right. One lined up short side to the left, it's Cooley. Shotgun formation, Kinney with the back on his left, Roderick Hawkins. Takes the snap, looks for Cooley to his left, now rolls to his right, lets it fly outside the numerals far side. Incomplete, just a bit too far and out of the reach of the intended wideout.
Yeah, Kenny felt that pressure and unloaded the football earlier than he wanted to. The receiver didn't have enough time to get out of his break, so a good job of putting pressure on the quarterback and forcing that bad pass.
2nd down and 10. Ball's on the left hash of the 23. Snap to Kinney. Quick screen pass to the right. Complete. Moving inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. On the catch and the run, Chris Winters, the freshman tailback. 6 feet, 204 pounds out of Orange, Texas.
That's a good catch by Winters and a good job to get upfield after the catch. Now the officials had blew a whistle, not sure what that was about. And they're still talking about something.
Looked over at one point and the scoreboard was flashing, so they may be just trying to make sure everything's set. Now it's actually rolling when it shouldn't be, so I think they're trying to. Scoreboard issue here is they're going to get everything sorted out, and we've got 3rd down and a short 4 upcoming here from inside the 20, the 18-yard line. Ball snapped to Kinney. Kinney takes it himself up the middle inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. And that'll move the chains for an Apache 1st down.
Yeah, nifty footwork by Kinney as he made the first defensive lineman miss, dash back inside to move the chains.
That should be it for quarter number 1. We've got 7 on the play clock for this quarter, and it will roll out. But when quarter number 2 starts, TJC will be inside the 15-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Trailing Cisco 6-2. It's a good one at Earl Campbell Field at Rose Stadium. Back after this, Tyler Junior College Apache football on 92.1 FM, The Team.
For over 50 years, Jeff Billings and Billings Tire Service have provided complete car care service to East Texas, and they continue to do so with your health and safety the #1 priority. The waiting area at 2150 West Grande Boulevard is sanitized and rearranged to ensure social distancing, or you can stay in your car during the service. Employees are taking added safety and sanitary precautions. Leave your keys in a drop box if needed. Both pickup and drop-off are available. Quality car care service with health and safety as top priority. Billings Tire Service, 561-JEFF, and billingstire.net.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Clayton Neville and Kevin Simon from Earl Campbell Field at Rose Stadium in Tyler. It's the home finale for the Tyler Junior College Apaches, and they trail Cisco College 6-2, but Tyler's knocking on the door. 1st down and 10 inside their opponent's 15. They're at the 13-yard line. Kinney in the gun, handoff, moving left, close to the 10-yard line. In fact, right there at the 10. Nice pickup and another hard run by Chris Winters.
Winters is a bigger back for the Apaches. Did a good job to turn it back inside. Didn't get a lot on the play, but positive yardage.
Bring up 2nd down and 7 from the 10-yard line. 14:35 and rolling here in the second quarter. Again, 6-2 Cisco College. It was a defensive first quarter. TJC defense has safety on their resume in the first. Evident of that 6-2 score. 3 receivers lined up to the right, 1 short side left. Kinney in the gun. Plenty of time. Rolling out right to throw. All the time in the world. Throws to the end zone. Wide open. Caught for a TJC touchdown. A strike to Justine Clark. And TJC is on the board.
Yeah, you can't give any quarterback that kind of time. Boy, Kenny had all the time in the world to find a wide open Clark in the back of the end zone. Nicely done by the offensive line to give Kenny that much time to find a receiver.
The Apaches snagged the lead. 14:09 to play in the first half. Extra point could make this a 3-point advantage. Snap is low, hold is down, kicks away, and it is good. And it came off the foot of number 84, Pedro Yeverino. 14:09 to play here in the first half. And it's TJC 9, Cisco College 6. You're listening to TJC Football on 92.1 FM, The Team.
When Jersey Mike's gives a sub some sizzle, the hot grill is the way. Every cheesesteak we make starts fresh, made to order atop a sizzling hot flat-top grill. The right way. The way meat, cheese, and peppers are prepared their piping hot best. It's the way Jersey Mike's has been doing it all along. Because when you're making a cheesesteak, a sizzling flat-top grill is really the only way. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now, she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
92.1 FM, The Team.
It's 9-6, TJC up on Cisco College. I'm Clayton Neville with Kevin Simon. And Kevin, you've got the scoring drive summary.
Yeah, the Apaches made good on that interception. It's just a 23-yard scoring drive. 5 plays, make that 5 plays, 2 minutes and 1 second.
Pedro Yeverino. We move from left to right on your radio with the ensuing kickoff. Laces to leather, high kick, hanging in the air. Returnable from the 18, up to the 20, 25, near side 30, 35, and brought down shy of the 40-yard line. Nice run on the return. Cisco's number 30, Damian LaFrance. 14:03 on the clock here for the first half, and it's 9-6 TJC.
That defensive struggle, as you mentioned there in the first quarter, but a nice job for the Apaches to finish off that last scoring drive after the interception.
And again, it's been that TJC defense really leading to these points. Now, the safety you can credit entirely to the defense, obviously. And, of course, the fact that Cisco was pinned deep into their own territory. But the offense came in after that interception and capped it off. So an interception and a safety have led to the points here for TJC, and they lead this thing 9-6.
The Apaches running players on and off the field, having a tough time getting the right personnel in. I think they finally got that situated.
Here in the Sunken Bowl at Rose Stadium, about 15 feet down from the stands, surrounded by green grass and the downtown Tyler skyline in the background. First down and 10. Cisco's going to fire away. Pass far sideline complete. Across the 40 up to the 45. And that'll move the chains for a first down. Nice grab on the far sideline for the Cisco first.
That's a escape that time on a quick pass. Nicely done by Bell to get in the football. Allowed him to get upfield quickly.
Cooper Bell, the quarterback for the Cisco Wranglers, in the gun with the back on his right. 3 receivers short side to the right, 1 wide side to the left. Play clock will roll close to 10. 1 back on the left of his QB. Handoff moving right. Slipped on the turf with nowhere to go. Katraven Walker, the running back for the Wranglers. Looked to me like he slipped. There wasn't much contact before he fell, and that'll be a loss on the play all the way back to the 45-yard line.
He did slip, but I think an Apache being upfield caused him to try to turn it back inside and slip down, so the penetration affected the play.
Second down and 15 for the Wranglers from their own 45-yard line. Bell in the gun, being chased, lets it fly, has a receiver caught wide open at the 30-yard line. Down to the 25. Katraven Walker with the grab. He was wide open in between the hash marks for a Cisco first down. They'll mark it on the left hash mark of the TJC 24.
And the Apaches have struggled in their zone coverage right over the middle of the football field, and Walker was wide open.
12:55 and counting here in quarter number 2. 9-6 TJC. Wranglers on the move. 2 receivers right, 2 short side left. Now a man in motion, it's Hammond. They'll give it to Hammond, trying to turn the right edge. Thrown down. Nice tackle after a short gain by TJC's James Neal.
That's a great job by Neal. Fought off a block to get back there and make that play. I thought Cisco was going to get pretty good yardage, but that was not the case.
Yeah, limited it to just 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 here for Cisco from the right hash mark of the TJC 23. Cisco lines 1 receiver up, wide side left. It's Ashton Hawkins. They'll have 1 short side to the right, Hammond. Cooper Bell with Walker on his left in the gun. Takes the snap. It was high, brings it down, lets it fly. Corner of the end zone, too strong, incomplete. Good defensive coverage. Jalen Moore was step by step with the receiver.
On a fade route, that is great coverage by Moore. I thought Bell had thrown a perfect pass, but the coverage was even better.
3rd down upcoming here for the Cisco Wranglers. Cisco, by the way, if you're just tuning in, 6-0. They are Southwest Junior College Conference champions, and they're ranked 3rd nationally. With a win today, depending on how the rankings shape out, they could be in that top 2 and could play for the national championship. TJC trying to spoil all of it. Bell to the end zone again. This time it's bobbled and dropped. Incomplete in the far corner of the end zone. And again, they went after TJC's Jalen Moore, and Moore breaks up the play. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, and again, that's a perfect pass by Bell. I thought he gave his receiver a chance to make that play, but as you mentioned, Moore got himself back in the play and knocked the ball down.
And it's 4th down. Big 4th down play here for the Wranglers. 4th down and 9 from their opponent's 24.
Yeah, looks like they're going to send out the field goal unit here.
Some quick math. That'll be about a 41-yard field goal with 11:54 to play in the first half. Snap, hold, kick, line drive style kick. It may have just had enough. It did. 41-yard field goal is good. Off the foot of number 48. That's Caleb Q. Caleb Q. It's a 41-yard field goal to lock this thing up at 9. 11:48 to play in the first half. We're tied at 9 at Rose Stadium. Apache football continues after this on 92.1 FM, The Team.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
We're here with Katie from TJC. Now, Katie, tell us a little bit about registering early for fall classes.
Yeah, so it's so important to get your registration done. There comes a lot of benefits in registering early. You get to have a jump start on your education, and also I know schedules can be complicated, mostly for students that work, and just being able to register early, you get more options. So don't wait for the last minute, because classes can fill up.
Registration for fall is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Caleb Hughes kickoff right to left for Cisco College. Sails out of the end zone for a touchback. TJC will take over at the 25-yard line. 11:48 to play here in the first half, and we're locked up at 9 as Cisco ties it up with a field goal, and Kevin Simon has the scoring drive summary.
Yeah, good job by the Apache defense. They gave up some yardage but kept them out of the end zone. 6 plays, 50 yards on that last scoring drive.
Clayton Neville and Kevin Simon from Rose Stadium in Tyler, as the sun's really starting to gleam now. Bit of an overcast as we pulled up, but gorgeous afternoon for the regular season finale for the Tyler Junior College Apaches. Moving left to right on your radio. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, Kinney hands it off. No gain on the play, Hawkins. Met right at the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 2nd down, and there's going to be a Wrangler slow to get up.
And one with penetrations into the backfield, got into the Apache backfield, but again, either team able to run the football effectively so far today.
So each offense has been able to put a score together. We've seen a great defensive battle here early in this game, though, as well. TJC comes into this game 2-4 in the conference, 3-4 overall. Cisco again 6-0. Tyler in their gold pants, black jerseys, black helmets will line 3 receivers to the right here on 2nd down and 10 from their own 25. Shotgun formation, Kinney takes it himself across the 25 to the 30. Spun down at the 33. The football came out. He may have been down first. I think he was. The ball literally popped out as the defender tried to strip it. He was successful, but Kinney was down first. Yes, he was, and that'll bring up 3rd down and short. He got to the 33, and on 3rd down snap, handoff Hawkins. Barrels his way for the 1st down, dragging Wranglers close to the 40-yard line to move the chains for the Apaches.
The Apaches are going up-tempo here, trying to get the defense out of sorts. It worked on that play.
Right back to the line of scrimmage at their own 39-yard line. Snap to Kinney, handoff Hawkins, up the gut. Again, pounding it up the middle. This time gets 2, maybe 3 yards.
Tough to run the ball. Now, Hawkins made a great run on the previous play again, but the defense wasn't set, so that time they did a better job defensively.
They'll give him a couple up to the 41. We're at 2nd down and 8. This drive moving left to right. 3 receivers stacked left, 3 stacked to the right. Here's a pass coming near side. Caught, 45 to the 50. Outside the numerals down to the 46-yard line. Nice snag by TJC's Trayvon Carter, the sophomore wideout.
That's good work after the catch by Carter. Made a couple of defenders miss, and they'll move the chains.
Apaches right back to the line. 3 receivers stacked either way. 1 back, Hawkins to the right of his quarterback, Kinney. Snap, whistles, plays dead. Was there a timeout? I think Cisco may have had to call a timeout.
There was a strange formation.
I see a flag on the far side of the field.
Strange formation for the Apaches. That didn't often offensive lineman under Lacey.
Yeah, it was
lined up in trips to the right side of the formation.
Yeah.
So he was lined up as a receiver. We'll see if this is a formational call against the Apaches.
We had 2 triangles of receivers on either side of the field. We had that the previous play as well. But when you're going to do that, you got to make sure you're lined up right. Were they is the question. Let's find out.
The officials are still talking about it. It is against whatever it is. It's against the TJC Apaches.
14 in the offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
It's just a false start.
Just a false start. Whole lot of stuff going on.
We tried to get too complicated.
Yeah.
False start against the offense. That'll back them up into their own territory. TJC now has it 1st down and 15 from their own 49-yard line. 3 receivers lined up to the left, 1 short side right. Kinney in the gun, Hawkins on his left. Handoff, Hawkins moving right. Spins out of a tackle inside the 48 to the 47, and that was not Hawkins. That was actually Chris Winters on the carry. It was Winters on the backfield, and Winters here in the 2nd quarter has come out and taken the majority of these carries.
A good spin move by Winters. Got him positive yardage. Otherwise, they had it played well.
And Winters will hang in there. He'll stand on the right of his quarterback. Kinney's in the gun, moves his running back to his left with 3 receivers wide side to the left, 1 to the right. Snap, pass over the middle, incomplete behind the intended receiver. Don't think he was quite ready for it. Justine Clark, the intended wideout, didn't see it coming behind him, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
They brought a blitz from the backside, and Kinney felt the pressure again, had to unload the football earlier than he wanted to. Receiver was not out of his route.
9:34 to play in the 1st half. Apaches 9, Cisco Wranglers 9 here from Earl Campbell Field at Rose Stadium. Chris Winters to the right of Kinney in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Rolling left to throw. Kinney lets it fly. Caught at the 35-yard line for a 1st down. And thrown down there is Nick Rimpert. But it is enough to move the chains.
Well, that's a nice job once again by Kinney. Another injured player, this time for Cisco. A nice job by Kinney. Again, to locate a receiver in that soft zone spot, get him the football for a 1st down.
Yeah, injured players down at the, looks to be the 34-yard line. Training staff is going to come out from Cisco. And let's take a break. We'll break away here. Looks like it could be an extended injury timeout with 9:27 to play in quarter number 2. Apaches 9, Cisco Wranglers 9. Don't go anywhere. A great game from Earl Campbell Field and Tyler. It's Apache football on 92.1 FM, The Team.
For over 50 years, Jeff Billings and Billings Tire Service have provided complete car care service to East Texas, and they continue to do so with your health and safety the #1 priority. The waiting area at 2150 West Grande Boulevard is sanitized and rearranged to ensure social distancing, or you can stay in your car during the service. Employees are taking added safety and sanitary precautions. Leave your keys in a drop box if needed. Both pickup and drop-off are available. Quality car care service with health and safety as top priority. Billings Tire Service, 561-JEFF, and billingstire.net.
When Jersey Mike's gives a sub some sizzle, the hot grill is the way. Every cheesesteak we make starts fresh, made to order atop a sizzling hot flat-top grill. The right way. The way meat, cheese, and peppers are prepared their piping hot best. It's the way Jersey Mike's has been doing it all along. Because when you're making a cheesesteak, a sizzling flat-top grill is really the only way. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
This is The Team, 92.1 FM, KRWR Tyler. Sports Talk with Bill Coates, 4 to 6. You're on The Team.
Out of the injury timeout, Tyler has it from the Cisco 34-yard line. Pass coming near side to the right, incomplete, and we've got second down. It'll bring up second down now and 9. Ball's on the 34-yard line. We'll call it the 33 here on the right hash mark. 8:50 to play here in quarter number 2, 9-9. Cisco and TJC. Kenny in the shotgun formation with 2 backs on either side. Chris Winters on his right. Snap, pass moving far side, incomplete. Intended for number 82, Kelly Araki. And that'll bring up third down.
That's pressure and coverage on that play by the defense. Well played all the way around for Cisco.
So 3rd and 9 from the 33. Really a critical third down play here in a tie game midway through the second quarter. It's opportunity is what it is. It's knocking for TJC. They'd love to take advantage, and they'll go 5 wide. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Play clock's going to roll close to 5 here before the snap. It's under it. We're at 4. It'll roll to 3. It's down to 2, and the snap. Rolling right. Now taking it himself. Kenny, he tripped and fell at the 32-yard line.
That's the second time that they brought the blitz, and Kenny ran right by the blitz, but he slipped down and didn't get as much of the play as I thought he would. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, he needed to get to about the 24. That's what they need for the first down. He fell at the 32. I don't know if he had 8 yards in front of him, but he certainly had a few more.
He did.
Before he fell to the ground. It's 4th down, and we'll call it a long 8. Ball's on the 32-yard line, 5 wide, empty backfield. Play clock's under 10. Kenny looks to the sideline. He's going to have to call a timeout. That's what he does. TJC calls a timeout. I mean, if third down was big, as we pointed out, 4th down's even bigger. So Coach Rocco wants to talk about it.
A big play coming up for the offense. It's a scoring opportunity if they can convert here. We'll see if they come back out with the offense on the field.
Yeah, decisions to make. 33-yard line, certainly an extremely long field goal.
It looks like they're going to send out Yeverino, so we'll see if they've changed their mind about going for it here on 4th down and instead try a long field goal. Yeverino's warming his leg up as if they're going to attempt a field goal.
Saw a 41-yard field goal earlier this afternoon from Cisco. TJC wanted to think about this one. With the way the defense have been playing, you got to really think about how you want to get these points. Both defenses have been playing well and hard. I wondered coming in to fill in this game for Bill what the intensity would be like. Now, I know it's the end of the regular season, so it's certainly higher than it was, but still spring football. So these guys are playing like we're in late November.
Yeah, so intensity. Looks like the Apaches will send the offense back out. They yank Yeverino off the field.
We'll go 5 wide. TJC's going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Ball's on the Cisco 33-yard line. 7:54 to play in the second quarter. We're tied at 9. Kenny, 3-step drop, under pressure, now steps up in the pocket. He'll have to take off. He's not going to get it. Brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a turnover on downs. quarterback had to take it himself, and Cisco will take over with 7:48 to play.
That's a great job by their defense. Again, they gave up some yardage, but the Apaches come away empty-handed. Didn't get to put anything on the scoreboard. Well played by Cisco.
Again, a 50-yard field goal. It was one of those tough spots. 4th down from the 30. When you know you need points, what are you going to do? And Kinney stopped just shy. So Cisco takes over. They'll move right to left in their gray pants, gray jerseys, blue helmets. From the 31 and the right hash mark. TJC defense out there with their black and gold. It's gold plants, black piping, black shirts. Cooper Bell's the quarterback for Cisco. Stands in the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off, immediately hit in the backfield. It's Traven Walker for a loss.
Handoff goes to Walker.
Lost good yardage on a simple handoff. Good penetration by the Apaches. Again, making it tough for the Wranglers to run the ball.
Yeah, 4-yard loss. Back to the 27-yard line, where it's now 2nd down and 14. We heard it in the top with the coach and with the players that Bill interviewed in the pregame show. They talked about the ferocity, the ferociousness, and everything that goes along with it in the trenches for this Apache defense, and we're seeing it today. On 2nd and 14, Bell's in the gun with Walker on his left. 2 receivers either way. Rolling left to throw. Bell lets it fly. Pass caught. Breaks a tackle. Near sideline. 45-50 down to the 45-yard line in Apache territory. A great run after catch by Cisco's Justin Hammond.
Well, Hammond took a big hit after the catch, but bounced off of that defender and got upfield for plenty of extra yardage. That's a good play by Hammond.
1st down in Apache territory for the Wranglers. Locked up with TJC at 9 with 6:45 to go in the 2nd. Ball's on the 43-yard line. Bell rolling out to throw. Lets it fly. Pass caught. Complete outside the numbers for another 1st down. And it's hauled in again opposite side of the field by Justin Hammond.
Same guy wide open as they kind of went through a flood look. About 3 receivers at 3 different distances. He hit the middle guy for good yardage and a 1st down.
Ball's on the right hash of the 30. 2 receivers wide right, 1 short to the left. Cisco quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now Bell's going to look over to the sidelines and slow things down. 15 seconds on the play clock. 6:21 and rolling on the game. We're locked up at 9. Bell takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself, moving to his right, trying to turn the edge on his feet. Can't do it. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half-yard gain, but Tyler sealed that edge.
Yeah, Bell isn't having much speed. That's a design quarterback keeper, but the Apaches were waiting for him. But again, he doesn't have a whole lot of speed to get outside.
Kobe Adams cut him off on the far side of the field for the Apache defense, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Cooper now has a back behind him. It's Walker, 1 receiver lone to the right, 1 short side left. They'll air it out, far corner towards the end zone. Hauled in with 1 hand, but I think he was out of bounds. Yes, he was. The official will say he was out of bounds. So a nice one-handed grab on the far side of the field by Hawkins, but Kevin, he was out.
Yeah, over his head and one-handed. That's a great catch, but as you mentioned, out of bounds. That should count for something, as pretty as it was, but nothing.
Nothing. Style points, maybe. But again, you got to bring that down. That would have been very difficult to bring that one inbounds, though, so we won't blame the receiver for that. 3rd down and 10 from the 30. Snap 5 wide, empty backfield. Bell being chased. He's swarmed and thrown down behind the line of scrimmage. The Apaches got to him in a hurry.
That's a good job. Again, good penetration. The Apaches lead the nation in sacks.
Yeah.
That's number 32, so again, that's a great job.
Jacob Humphrey in on the tackle. He had some help. Romel Reedus was in there as well. 4th down. TJC defense has stepped up when they've needed to. They played well all game, but big plays like that have been the story of this first half. 4th down and 11. Ball's on the 31-yard line. They've got Bell in there at quarterback. It appears they're going for it. Maybe another quick kick like we saw earlier. It is. Little tap of the foot on the ball. They'll try to drop it in there like a chip shot, and it worked. They'll pin him back at the 1-yard line. Nice special teams work by Cisco. I'm going over to the Byron Nelson tomorrow. I knew I'd see a Jordan Spieth chip shot. I didn't know I'd see one today, but that's what that was.
That was pretty good. Well executed. A little surprised that they didn't go for it there. Again, we're in throwing range, I thought. They decided to go ahead and kick it away. Good job by the Apache defense.
Yeah, pin them back at the 1, so Tyler will have 99 yards to march. 4:43 to do it in, and a tie game at 9-9. But if you're Coach Rocco and the Apaches, you're thinking at least we kept them at 9.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great job by the defense. Again, they gave up some yardage, but in the end, they forced them to punt it away.
And the other thing you're thinking, if you're the coaching staff, is let's be careful with the football down here in our own territory. Their own 1-yard line, to be exact, where Kinney comes out in his gold plants, black jersey, and takes the snap from the shotgun formation with 2 receivers out either way. No, he'll call timeout. Timeout called by Kinney as he didn't like what he saw, pinned deep in his own territory. We'll take this timeout, too, and be back with 4:43 to play in quarter number 2. TJC 9, Cisco 9. In the season finale for the Apaches, TJC football continues after this.
For over 50 years, Jeff Billings and Billings Tire Service have provided complete car care service to East Texas, and they continue to do so with your health and safety the #1 priority. The waiting area at 2150 West Grande Boulevard is sanitized and rearranged to ensure social distancing, or you can stay in your car during the service. Employees are taking added safety and sanitary precautions. Leave your keys in a drop box if needed. Both pickup and drop-off are available. Quality car care service with health and safety as top priority. Billings Tire Service, 561-JEFF, and BillingsTire.net.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Clayton Neville and Kevin Simon from Rose Stadium in Tyler. It's 9-9, the Apaches and the Cisco Wranglers in the Southwest Junior College Conference regular season finale. Kinney in the shotgun formation, 1st down and 10 for Tyler from their own 1-yard line. Swings it out to the right, pass caught across the 5, up to the 6, lunging forward to the 7-yard line for Tyler is Doisian Cooper.
It didn't look like much on the play, but that gives the Apache some breathing room. Nice job by Cooper.
That's a 6-yard pickup to the 7-yard line where it's 2nd down and 4. Jeremiah Cooley will line up as a receiver to the left. Now there's 2 of them, 2 either way, with the back on the right of his quarterback. Handoff looks like Hawkins across the 10. Barreling up towards the 12. That's what he needed for the 1st down. I believe he got it. Yeah, that'll move the chains for the Apaches.
That's a big 1st down, again, to give the Apaches some breathing room, a possession that started at their own 1-yard line.
So Roderick Hawkins comes back in and pounds it up the gut to move the chains for a 1st down. Hawkins, of course, sharing carries with Chris Winters, but it's Hawkins in there now to the left of his quarterback, Kinney. Takes it from the gun. Quick pass, near side, caught by Cooper across the 15, stays on his feet, 20, breaks the tackle, 25, walking a tightrope on the near sidelines. Got a few extra yards out of it. I think everybody thought he was going to go down. Even Cooper himself, Kevin, looked and realized, I'm still standing. I've got a couple more yards to go, and that moves the chains for another 1st down.
He just stopped well short of the 1st down, had a defender on his ankle. He able to shake that tackler loose, get upfield for the 1st down.
A couple guys ran into him like a wall. He didn't go down. 1st down and 10 for TJC from the 25. In their own territory, Kinney's in the gun with 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Snap is low. He's got to scramble to pick it up and just has to get rid of it. Throws it away. Smart play by Kinney. Nice job. Nice athletic move actually getting to the ball, which was jumping all over the turf.
Yeah, that was another low snap that he was not able to handle. Made the right decision to get rid of the football, save the yardage.
2nd down and 10 from the 25 for TJC. 3:18 to play here. 2nd quarter, we're locked up at 9. 75 yards to move, 3:18 to do it in. Kinney in the gun with Hawkins on his left. Quick screen pass to Hawkins. Has speed and space across the 30 up to the 32-yard line. Looked for a moment like he had daylight, but Cisco got to him pretty quick. It will be a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 31.
Yeah, good reaction by that defense. Pretty good job by Hawkins. Again, he didn't mess around with it. Caught it and he got upfield. Got all he could on the play.
Bailey and Cooper lined up as receivers for the Apaches to the right, 2 short side to the left. Kinney's in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off, up the gut, couple yards. Not enough for the first down. There was Winters in there, took the carry for about 2, maybe 3 yards. They'll call it 4th down and 1. So it's 4th and 1 for Tyler in their own territory. They're at the 34-yard line. Quick snap, Kinney. Handoff Winters. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
He's going to be stuffed right at the line. Now, TJC's coming in and saying the second effort got it.
Yeah, he's short. That's a questionable decision at your own 34-yard line.
Yeah.
To go for it there and give them an opportunity with 2:21 left in the half to get on the scoreboard. Questionable decision there.
And it happened quick, too. All of a sudden, it was 3rd. There was not much time to think about it. They were right back at the line of scrimmage, pounding it on 4th down and 1 to no avail. Cisco will take over. Timeout on the field. Let's take it to 2:21 to play here in quarter number 2. It's 9-9, and Cisco's going to get the ball back. You know what? Let's keep it here because Cisco's come right back onto the field. They don't want to give it back to TJC before halftime. Let's keep it here as Cisco's going to march from right to left on the radio from the TJC 34-yard line. Bell in the gun with a back behind him. 3-step drop being chased. Rolling right. Lets it go incomplete. Quick speed coming from number 47, Kobe Adams. The freshman linebacker for TJC put the pressure on.
Yeah, Apaches brought a lot of folks on that play, so not a whole lot of time for Bell to react to the pressure. He did a good job just to get rid of the football.
So 34 yards to go, 2:16 on the clock for Cisco. If you're Tyler, you're thinking we got to get this ball back quick, or at least prevent them from scoring. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap to Bell, hands it off. There's space for Walker inside the 25 down to the 20 for a Cisco first down. A burst of speed for Katraven Walker.
Their best run play of the day. The Apaches have defended well on the ground. In fact, just defended well, period. But a first down there.
14-yard pickup to the 20. That's where it's first down and 10 for Bell and Cisco. Bell's in the gun with Travis Dixon on his left. 2 receivers lined up to the left, 1 short side right. It's Ashton Hawkins. Dixon now to the right of his quarterback. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Too quick and perhaps too high as the intended receiver was not ready for it. That was Charles Gonzalez over his head. Wasn't even looking. Second down.
Yeah, and he was open. He just, the ball got on him quickly. Again, the pressure forced that pass early, and the tight end wasn't ready for it.
1:50 to play here in the first half. Cisco would want nothing more than to take a lead into the locker room. And Cisco, the conference champions, have an undefeated year. TJC would love nothing more than to spoil that on their home field. Second down and 10. Snap. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. Apaches swarmed to it quickly. Leading the way for Tyler was Fred Bridges. Loss on the play. That's 3rd down and 11 now upcoming.
Good upfield push. Knocked everybody back in the backfield and will cause a 1-yard loss. Well played by the Apaches.
So 3rd and 11 from the 21-yard line. Here, chance of defense coming from the crowd that is here at Rose Stadium and the players down on the sideline. Slant pass over the middle is caught at the 1 and into the end zone for the touchdown. What a grab. Nearly picked it up off the turf. Had to go low for it. Justin Hammond and brought it in for the score at the 1 and across the goal line.
Well, and it goes back to that questionable fourth call decision to go for it at your own 34-yard line with 2:21 left in the half. You open the door for exactly what happened there.
A 21-yard strike from Bell to Justin Hammond. And that gives Cisco the lead back with 1:12 to go in the second quarter. Snap, hold, kick, extra point is good. Make that a 7-point lead. 72 seconds left in quarter number 2, and it's Cisco 16, Tyler Junior College 9. Apache football continues in a moment on 92.1 FM, The Team.
Hey, Doc Deaston here once again with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Like you, it feels a little odd to have TJC on the football field at this time of year, but at least they finally got to suit up. I have and always will love watching the Apaches play at Rose Stadium, and when I can't be there, I listen here. As a real estate agent, I get to show off Tyler to countless newcomers every year. And I'm always proud to run them right down 5th Street to see our beautiful TJC campus. I've yet to have someone not be impressed by what they've seen either. We have an absolute treasure in this school, never mind the traditions and memories that so many of us carry from our days on campus. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for supporting our TJC Apaches no matter the time of year. At this time of year, the real estate market is hopping. And so if you need help with something in that realm, give me a call, 903-262-8680, or check out testimonials from past clients at DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Booming kick on the ensuing kickoff. Bounces at the 2 and into the end zone for a touchback. TJC will have it from the 25. 1:12 to go here in quarter number 2, and it's Cisco 16 and Tyler Junior College 9 after the 21-yard pass play, and Kevin Simon has the scoring drive summary.
That was Bale to Hammond on a post route, 5 plays, 34 yards, 1 minute and 9 seconds.
16-9 the count. So one score disadvantage for Tyler Junior College. They'd love to tie things up going into the locker room. Got to be careful, though, with 1:12 to go. Tyler has it from the 25. Shotgun formation, Kinney hands the ball off, playing it safe on the ground, but a loss on the play. Hawkins had nowhere to go, and he was hit for a 3-yard loss, maybe 4.
Yeah, and if you're Cisco, you got a decision to make. If you want to get a stop here, call a timeout and try to get the ball back again.
The loss is going to put it back at the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 14. Game clock's at 45 and rolling. Kinney looks to throw. Pass far side of the field is caught and then forced out of bounds. It was hauled in by Tyler's Nick Rimpert. Or did he drop it? Looked like he brought it in. Maybe he dropped it as he was pushed out of bounds. Yeah, they're going to say it was incomplete. It was in his hands and then out on the far sideline. They'll stop the clock with 38 seconds to play. Incomplete.
Yeah, and it saves the timeout again if Cisco makes the stop here.
3rd down and 14 from the 21. Kinney running for his life, scrambling to his left. He's sacked and dropped back behind the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you got to get timeout here by Cisco because they're going to get great starting field position for their offense. And they call the timeout.
Big-time defensive stop. They stop the clock here with 28 seconds to play.
And Kinney snapped that ball with 20 seconds left on the play clock. You got to do a better job of milking the clock when you're backed up against your own end zone.
Yeah. When that drive started, we said they've got to be careful, and that was to not either turn it over or give the ball back.
And they're going to give it back.
Looks like they will. 4th down and 14 with 28 seconds to play. Timeout on the field again by Cisco, as Kevin called it. But now what they're thinking is, let's try to at least get 3 points out of this, if not more.
It looks like they're going to add some time to the clock to try to get it figured out. I'm not sure.
31 on the clock as of right now here at Rose Stadium. Resuming the timeout, each team will come back out onto the field. And TJC will have it 4th down and long, 4th down and 20 from their own 10. Will stand in their own end zone to punt this thing with 31 seconds left in the first half. And if you need to be careful on the drive, you need to be extra careful here on this punt. Punts away, it's high with not a whole lot of distance. A hanging punt that takes an Apache roll to the 40 and then back to the 38. That's where the ball will be down. So 20 seconds on the clock. Cisco will take over from the TJC 38-yard line, up 16-9.
Yeah, good job by their defense to get the offense the ball back. Now they took another time out off the clock. I thought they had 2, but it looks like Cisco now has 1 timeout left, at least according to the clock.
So 20 seconds to work with. We've seen the passing game in the second quarter really step up here for Cisco. They've been airing it out in the second. That 21-yard pass completion to Hammond got them to lead just a few moments ago. And here they are with the ball back, moving right to left on your radio. Ball is on the TJC 38. 2 receivers wide right, 1 short left. Bell in the gun takes the snap, rolls out to his right, dumps it off to Walker, complete to the 35, outside the numbers and brought down right at the 35-yard line. Cisco calls a timeout as he was brought down inbounds with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, that's a great job of tackling by TJC to get him or keep him in bounds.
So that should be the final timeout here for Cisco. Yep, third and final timeout for Cisco. We'll keep it here with 9 seconds left and talk strategy. You would think one play.
Yeah, take a shot at the end zone, or if they want to try to get a field goal, you got to make it happen quickly and try to down the ball or maybe an out route, something. We'll see how aggressive Cisco decides to be, if they want to attack the end zone, take a shot, or just get themselves in better field goal position.
Yeah, ball's at the 35 right now, so there you're thinking about a 52-yard field goal. That's got to be on the extreme edge. You'd like to at least get it to the 20. But again, only 9 seconds to do it in.
Yeah, that's a big play that the Apaches tackled the receiver inbounds and caused them to use that last time out. That's a big play.
16-9 Cisco. Wranglers come back out onto the field. Apache defense out there in their black and golds. Cooper Bell, the quarterback for Cisco, stands at the 40-yard line with his hands on his hips. He'll take the snap. Line of scrimmage is the 35. 2nd down and 7. Bell rolling out right to throw. In trouble, has to get rid of it. Dumps it off. Incomplete. The pressure was coming for Tyler, and the clock is stopped with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, Apaches did a great job of defending the out route. So they were going to try to get a short pass, out route, get out of bounds and stop the clock and kick a field goal. So now it's only 4 seconds left in the half. I think they'll take a shot to the end zone. Have to take a shot now to the end zone.
Keelan Cox was out there for TJC, really putting the pressure on. They've been doing it all afternoon long. 3rd down and 7. Ball's on the 35. 4 seconds to play. This will be it for the first half. Bell rolling out right to throw for Cisco. In trouble. Clock expires, still running. Rolling to his right. He'll heave it towards the end zone, and it's intercepted by TJC. Running out of the back of the end zone. The clock expires. So that's it for quarter number 2. Apache defense holds strong, and it's 16-9. Cisco up on TJC at the break. Clayton Neville and Kevin Simon will have coverage from Earl Campbell Field coming up at halftime. We'll throw it back to the station for more, and then 3rd and 4th quarter coverage coming up a little bit later on. Let's take a break, come back with the halftime show from Rose Stadium in Tyler, where Cisco leads Tyler Junior College 16-9. Apache football continues after this on 92.1 FM, The Team.
We're here with Katie from TJC. Now, Katie, tell us a little bit about registering early for fall classes.
Yeah, so it's so important to get your registration done. There comes a lot of benefits in registering early. You get to have a jump start on your education, and also I know schedules can be complicated, mostly for students that work, and just being able to register early, you get more options. So don't wait for the last minute, because classes can fill up.
Registration for fall is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hi, it's Doc Deason with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Thanks for being part of today's TJC football broadcast. What a treat it is to have the black and gold back on the field and on the air. No matter the time of year, it's always fun to pull for our Apaches, but I think it's a little sweeter this time around. By now, real estate's running wide open, so if I can offer some help to you, feel free to give me a shout. 903-262-8680. That's 262-8680. DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
Hello fans, this is Randy Grooms with Citizens First Bank here in Tyler. Have you ever wondered where to start when getting ready to purchase that new home or commercial property? Or how to refinance an existing home or business loan? At Citizens First Bank, we specialize in dealing with people like you, helping to simplify the loan process. We will work with you to find the loan product that best fits your personal or business needs and follow it through to a prompt closing. Give us a call first at Citizens First, 581-1900, and come see what it's like to bank with the only A-plus rated bank in East Texas, where we always service the loans we make.
Citizens First Bank on the Southeast Loop in Tyler. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and on the web at citizensfirstbank.com.
There used to be this thing called service stations where you got gas, and they actually pumped it for you. They washed your windows, lifted the hood of your car, checked your oil, your water, all your fluids, and they talked to you. You don't find these anymore, but you do find a full service station at Jim's Jewelers. I'm Judy of Jim's Jewelers, your full service station for your jewelry. We come up to greet you when you walk in. We gladly take any jewelry and check it for you, like they used to check the fluids on your car. We check prongs, tips, make sure your chains aren't getting all twisted. We make sure everything with your jewelry is running properly, and we do it with a warm smile and a sincere thanks for stopping in. You're always welcome at Jim's. To get your jewelry serviced, to buy your next beautiful piece, or just to visit, stop in anytime at Jim's Jewelers, your full-service jewelry station. Come by Jim's Jewelers today, 2009 Old Troop Highway in Tyler.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Cisco 16, Tyler Junior College 9 at halftime from Tyler Rose Stadium at Earl Campbell Field. I'm Clayton Neville with Kevin Simon. I'm in for Bill Coates. And it's been an exciting first half. It was a defensive battle. In the second half, we saw the passing game for Cisco really step up. TJC offense has had its moments, but really it has been a defensive game.
Yeah, and we expected some of that because, Cisco plays some pretty good defense. They're just a little bit above average offensively, but defensively, they're one of the best in the country. Again, just giving up about 16.8 points a game, and so we saw some of that there in the first half. The Apaches, I think, as you mentioned, have had some moments. They just haven't had enough of them, but still plenty of football left to be played a whole second half to get things on track.
Yeah, and again, this game is significant for several reasons. Let's start with TJC. They had a big win against Blinn College on the road last week with a win here against an undefeated Cisco team going into what will be a short offseason. That would be huge. That would be big for Coach Rocco and his program. And on the other side, we talked about the 6-0 Cisco Wranglers. They have an opportunity to play for a national championship. They come into today 6-0 and number 3 in the nation. Hutchinson and Snow College are numbers 1 and 2. So depending on how it shakes out, there's potential there. But for TJC, if they knock off an undefeated team and head into practice with just a few months until September, they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, an undefeated team that's number 3 in the nation and looking to play for a national championship. I think the Apaches acquitted themselves well there in the first half. Still some things they can get corrected and play a little bit better to give themselves a chance to win the game. But I thought it's a pretty good, well-played first half by the Apaches.
Yeah, 16-9 the score here. We appreciate you tuning in. I'm Clayton Neville in for Bill Coates. This has been a season that has been unlike any other. And Kevin, of course, you've been to all the TJC games this year, but that turnaround will be unlike anything these players and coaches have ever dealt with, or broadcasters too. I mean, you will have had a high school fall season, a spring season, and then both back in the fall again.
Now, this football season is still going on, but football season is just around the corner.
Yeah.
So we're not that far off, and as we mentioned in pregame, hopefully the Apaches can put together a pretty good game today, build on it going into next season.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They've got 2 more quarters to work on it. 16-9, they're certainly in this game. There's no doubt about it, and we'll have quarters number 3 and 4 coming at you here in about 15 minutes. In the meantime, we roll on with the halftime show. We'll take a break and come back with more from Rose Stadium on 92.1 FM, The Team.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now, she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hey, Doc Deason here once again with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Like you, it feels a little odd to have TJC on the football field at this time of year, but at least they finally got to suit up. I have and always will love watching the Apaches play at Rose Stadium, and when I can't be there, I listen here. As a real estate agent, I get to show off Tyler to countless newcomers every year. And I'm always proud to run them right down 5th Street to see our beautiful TJC campus. I've yet to have someone not be impressed by what they've seen either. We have an absolute treasure in this school, never mind the traditions and memories that so many of us carry from our days on campus. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for supporting our TJC Apaches no matter the time of year. At this time of year, the real estate market is hopping. And so if you need help with something in that realm, give me a call, 903-262-8680, or check out testimonials from past clients at DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
For over 50 years, Jeff Billings and Billings Tire Service have provided complete car care service to East Texas, and they continue to do so with your health and safety the #1 priority. The waiting area at 2150 West Grande Boulevard is sanitized and rearranged to ensure social distancing, or you can stay in your car during the service. Employees are taking added safety and sanitary precautions. Leave your keys in a drop box if needed. Both pickup and drop-off are available. Quality car care service with health and safety as top priority. Billings Tire Service, 561-JEFF, and BillingsTire.net.
Cash on the spot, American Gold and Diamond, jewelry, silver, coins, and gold, bring top cash right away.
American Gold and Diamond Exchange now has 2 convenient locations on 5th and Fleschel in Tyler, and the American Gold and Diamond Exchange Rare Coin and Bullion Investment Center on South Broadway across from Wagner Cadillac. American Gold and Diamond is the East Texas market maker for gold and silver bullion and rare coins. American Gold and Diamond Exchange sets the bar, giving the highest dollar for unwanted jewelry. American Gold and Diamond Exchange pays cash on the spot, no matter the size of your transaction. If you're a collector, an investor looking for a unique gift, or you need money fast, trust the team that delivers. American Gold and Diamond Exchange with 2 Tyler locations, 5th and Fleschel and South Broadway across from Wagner Cadillac. On the web at TylerGoldBuyer.com. That's TylerGoldBuyer.com.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Back on our halftime show, the Apache women's tennis team, ranked #1 all year, just won their 20th national championship and the 63rd in school history. And the head coach, Dash Cannell, is with us. Just how proud of these girls are you?
Super proud. You know, it's just a group of girls that came together quick because we started in January. A lot of them weren't here in the fall. And just coming together was a really proud group.
Talk about some of the individuals who really stepped up at the national tournament in Arizona.
First one that pops out to me is our sophomores. Emily, Momo, and Jada, sophomores that just led the group all year. Our number 3 girl, Violet, I think, honestly, was the strongest girl of the tournament. I think she could have beaten anybody. She just came in ready to play, and just really, I mean, it's the whole group, but those girls really stood out.
They were #1 all year long, right? So they had a bullseye. And just talk about how they dealt with it.
In the end, well, I mean, there was a time in the middle of the week where it was really tough. I think a lot of them felt the pressure a little more. Maybe didn't play our best tennis, but kind of survived. And then the semifinals and finals day, the last 2 days, they really rocked it. They really just did a great job of just showing why they were ranked #1 all year.
Dash, talk about the year dealing with COVID and, playing in the spring like you did.
It was different. I guess it's different for everybody, but, you're testing more often when you're traveling. You are checking temperatures and screening, and the athletes handled it really well. I was more nervous about that kind of thing than the tennis sometimes, making sure we had a team. But they did a great job. They took. We talked about it all year. It's more of a taking care of yourself off the tennis court, making sure you're in the right places at the right times, and just percentages, trying to put yourself in a situation where you don't have to deal with that. And they did a really good job all year.
Just talk about the schedule now going forward. Don't you turn around and kind of do this again pretty soon?
Yeah, the men leave the 17th to the 21st of May, the men play. So we leave on the 16th, day before, and we'll get a warm-up in. And it's not too far. It's in Plano. So we don't have to – we've been there a lot. Don't have to warm up too much. But it's a quick turnaround. But my body's ready. My body's already in that mode, so I'm ready to keep going.
And then don't you play again in the fall? Don't you start up again at some point?
Yes. I mean, these days it's hard to know exactly when we're going to start up again. But, yeah, in August, September, we'll start playing tournaments again for more individual tournaments in the fall. But yeah, we'll be ready.
I had never been, and I've been around TJC Athletics for a long time, I'd never been to the Medlock Center. For those who haven't, just talk about this facility where you guys call home.
It's the best facility in the nation. This isn't, and it has nothing to do with me. It was the coaches before me and the community that just came together and built this in 2007. And it's every time we host a tournament here, we host nationals next year for the men's tennis. And every time people show up, you hear them talk about it, like, how is this a junior college? This is better than a lot of NCAA Division I schools, and it's just a phenomenal place to be able to come every day.
You took over a program a decade ago that's got great tradition. This is number 20, and so just talk about, what you stepped into.
I stepped into the best. It's I'm fortunate. Coach Peterson and then Coach Niffen and Coach Cox before him just laid such a good foundation. So I felt like I could come in. Tennis-wise, we would be ready. I knew that. After that, my job was to make sure we had the right kind of team and the right kind of people on that team. And so we've done a good job. I have a lot of help from the athletic department and also my assistant coaches, Luke and Micah. They keep me in line, and they make sure we keep on pumping.
Talk about recruiting here. I mean, just, how East Texas and then around the world, basically. Talk about recruiting tennis here.
Yeah, it's the facility helps. We talked about that, but the tradition helps. We do get a lot of players from around the world, and I think that's our goal is to find the best people and the best tennis players. Ideally, they're from this area. I like kids from Texas that are able to come and represent their state, and sometimes it just reaches out and gets the rest of the world too. And so it's nice having a culture, a nice mix of culture. Like we have Jada Chan from Dallas. She's come and played for us, and then we also have Momoko, who's from Japan, and they play doubles together, and they learn a lot about each other, and you find out you have a lot of more similarities than you think.
How do you? I mean, do you do it a lot on the internet with video? I mean, how do you do that?
Yeah, it's kind of who you know. It's probably like all the other sports where if you know the right people, you get in touch with them and they learn to trust you and you trust them. So it's former players, there's agents that help, but they do a lot through the internet. I don't travel, we don't do that, but I'll travel around Texas. But I'm not going to Japan to recruit. I wish, but it's it's kind of who you know, and you kind of learn who to trust.
So what does all this mean to you to get this championship?
Someone said it earlier. I think it was Kevin Vest that it just doesn't get old. This kind of championship doesn't get old, and it's awesome. I know I'm not gonna appreciate it in a day. I'll probably appreciate it more as the next month or two. Kind of just sit in it and kind of just let myself kind of just think back on the memories of this past week and this past semester and just remember that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Dash Cannell is the head coach of the TJC tennis team, and they're a national champion and trying to get the men's national championship as well. And our halftime show continues after this timeout.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now, she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hey, Doc Deason here once again with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Like you, it feels a little odd to have TJC on the football field at this time of year, but at least they finally got to suit up. I have and always will love watching the Apaches play at Rose Stadium, and when I can't be there, I listen here. As a real estate agent, I get to show off Tyler to countless newcomers every year. And I'm always proud to run them right down 5th Street to see our beautiful TJC campus. I've yet to have someone not be impressed by what they've seen either. We have an absolute treasure in this school, never mind the traditions and memories that so many of us carry from our days on campus. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for supporting our TJC Apaches no matter the time of year. At this time of year, the real estate market is hopping. And so if you need help with something in that realm, give me a call, 903-262-8680, or check out testimonials from past clients at docdeasonrealestate.com.
All across East Texas, 7 days a week, there's a Maddox man ready to answer your call for those untimely AC problems, electrical malfunctions, and the always never fun plumbing issue. No matter where you are in East Texas or what time of day it may be, there's a Maddox man ready to answer your call. Visit MaddoxAC.com. AC, electrical, plumbing, Maddox Residential and Commercial Services. Your home or office air, heat, electrical, and plumbing systems are mostly out of sight, hopefully not out of mind. Neglect of these systems can lead to unexpected and likely unnecessary expense in the future. With the Maddox Comfort Plan, you can avoid many large and unexpected expenses, ensuring your AC and heat, electrical, and plumbing systems are performing efficiently all year long. Contact us today and let's discuss a Maddox Comfort Plan for your home or office. Visit MaddoxAC.com or call 903-592-6531. Trust Maddox.
Texas license TECL 18026.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, a deli slicer is how we do it. Fresh sliced and made right in front of you is what we've always done. It's what we've been doing. It's what we're always gonna do. Because meat and cheese, deli sliced thin, piled high and made to order, is just how a great sub should be done. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
92.1 FM, The Team.
It's 16-9 at the break. Cisco College leading Tyler Junior College in the Southwest Junior College Conference season finale. Cisco 6-0. They've got national championship implications on this game. Tyler Junior College trying to win their second game in a row and go into next season on a good note. So that's what we're... Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with here, and Kevin Simon's got some first-half stats.
Yeah, not a whole lot happening. The Apaches with a total of 144 yards in the first half, 102 passing, 42 on the ground. Cisco has a total of 186, 29 rushing. So, again, the Apaches done a great job against their run game. 157 through the air for a total of 186. The leading rusher is Dixon for Cisco, 24 yards on 9 carries. Bell, the quarterback, is 10 of 19 for 157. And Hawkins, the receiver, 3 catches for 47. For the Apaches, the leading rusher is Kenny, the quarterback, 8 carries for 19 yards. Kenny is also 11 of 22 for 102 yards. And the leading receiver is Clark, 2 catches for 19 yards.
And maybe the most important statistic of all, the score, 16-9. Cisco leading Tyler Junior College. We had a 9-9 game for the majority of the second quarter, but Cisco was able to get one on the board there late, and that's where they lead it 16-9. We touched on it earlier in the halftime show, but real quickly, as both teams make their way back out onto the field, the keys, Kevin, for the second half, it's going to start here on the opening possession. Cisco will get the ball first, and that's going to dictate a lot. It'll be up to the Tyler Junior College defense to set the tone for their team.
Yeah, and I think the Apaches played well, really, on defense as they were put in a tough spot at the end of the first half. Via that the turnover on downs when the Apaches didn't convert on fourth down. The Apaches defense gave up that touchdown, but otherwise I think they played rather well. Of course, the Apaches can't afford to turn the ball over, and play the kind of run defense they played in the first half. They got a shot in the second half.
Yeah, no, their defense played well. They got a safety out of it. That's where we're at the 9. Offense had several key possessions. They were able to convert on one, but they'll need to step up as the second half comes near. We're about 30 seconds away from second half, so let's paint the picture for you as we begin quarter number 3 here at Rose Stadium in Tyler. The crowd has grown quite a bit. In fact, during the break, Kevin, you and I were discussing the crowd from Cisco a few minutes before kickoff. It was about typical for a road game, but now as we look over to the crowd on what is a national championship implicating game, they've got a pretty big crowd of blue T-shirts over there.
It's the best road game, a road crowd I've seen for Cisco here at Rose Stadium. And again, being 6-0 with a shot at a national championship, that tends to have an effect. But a good crowd really from Cisco here, and a pretty good crowd at home for the Apaches.
Yeah, I think as the sun came out, more people started coming out here in Tyler, and maybe it took a little longer for the Cisco fans to get here than they expected, about a 3.5-hour drive from west of Fort Worth. But if you couldn't make it, we appreciate you tuning in. We hope to have a great second half ahead from Rose Stadium at Earl Campbell Field. It's artificial turf sunk down about 10-15 feet into the ground. We've got the grassy hill to our right, Mike Carter Field, the historic Mike Carter baseball field here in Tyler, painting the backdrop just beyond the far sideline, and in the distance you can see the downtown Tyler skyline. Rose Stadium at the 50-yard line, a red rose logoed in the center with the TJC Apache on that giant scoreboard over to our left in the south end zone. TJC will kick it deep in their gold pants, black jerseys, gold numbers, gold letters, black trim. And Cisco in their all grays, gray pants, gray jerseys, white numbers, blue helmets, and blue and white trim. The ball will be kicked from left to right on your radio to get things going. And TJC will start with an onside kick that did not go 10 yards. It went about 6 and died, and Cisco falls on it. They had a shift in their formation right before the kick. It was about a 6-yard tap, and Cisco got to the football first. And so it's been a game of field position, and it's great spot for Cisco here as they start at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, the Apaches will be in defensively, be put in another tough spot. They'll have to make some plays. They tried the onside kick, but as you mentioned, it just kind of sputtered about 6 yards. It has to go 10. Now, Cisco took a chance trying to go in there and cover that thing. They did, but they didn't have to touch it as it didn't go 6 yards.
Ball's in between the hash marks as Cisco will move from right to left. We get things going here in quarter number 3. 2 receivers right, 1 short side to the left. Cooper Bell in the gun with the back behind him. 3-step drop, looking to throw. Deep bomb over the middle, wide open man, incomplete at the 2-yard line. That would have been 6, no doubt about it. Just a touch overthrown as the wideout had to dive for it and couldn't get there in time. The intended receiver was Walker.
The Apaches get an early break to open up this second half. That's an easy touchdown as the receiver was left uncovered.
Yeah, completely wide open. Had he not had to dive, if it just fell in, it would have been a quick 6 points. Instead, 2nd down and 10. Snap to Bell, rolling out to his right, being chased. Again, he'll heave it towards the end zone. This time it's caught for a touchdown. At the 2-yard line and across the goal line. A strike to Ashton Hawkins.
Yep, he didn't miss that time.
What a bomb. In trouble being chased. The Tyler defense was after Bell. He saw his man on the far sideline, went for it toward the end zone and hit him.
Hawkins did a great job to make that the quarterback. Bill did a great job to sprint out right, buy himself some time to get off that pass, and it was a strike to Hawkins, the receiver.
Cue on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, and it is good. A quick score for Cisco. 14:45 to go in the third quarter. The Cisco Wranglers 23, your TJC Apaches 9. TJC football continues after this on 92.1 FM, The Team.
When Jersey Mike's gives a sub some sizzle, the hot grill is the way. Every cheesesteak we make starts fresh, made to order atop a sizzling hot flat-top grill. The right way. The way meat, cheese, and peppers are prepared their piping hot best. It's the way Jersey Mike's has been doing it all along. Because when you're making a cheesesteak, a sizzling flat-top grill is really the only way. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now, she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Cisco will kick it from right to left here at Rose Stadium in Tyler. They lead 23-9 on TJC. Ball returnable from the 5 up to the 10, 15 to the 20, and a hard hit just shy of the 25-yard line. Decent return for Tyler, and they'll be just shy of the 25-yard line to start this possession. Cisco took their opening drive for 6, and that's where we are at 23-9 with 14:39 to go in the third, and Kevin Simon has the scoring drive summary.
Hawkins' second touchdown catch of the day. This one just 2 plays, 43 yards and 15 seconds on that last Cisco scoring drive.
That's all it took. Just underway here in the second half. TJC will move from left to right in their gold pants, black jerseys. They'll line 2 receivers up wide side to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation, Kinney fakes the handoff, takes it himself, breaks the tackle, moves to his left across the 30, still moving, 32, and brought down. 7, maybe 8-yard pickup there for the quarterback on his feet.
That's a great decision by Kinney to pull that football. It's on zone read. He made the right read.
Landry Kinney right back to the line on 2nd down and 2 from the 30. Pump fakes right, now rolls left, in trouble. He's got to get rid of it. dumps it off out of bounds. There was a man near the ball, but the ball did go out of bounds. Mark Patton was on the ground, the tight end, but the ball did go out of bounds, and it will be third down, rather.
Yeah, pressure again from the backside forced Kenny to throw that football earlier than he wanted to, but he did a good job just to get rid of it.
Yeah, 3rd and 2, just shy of the 31-yard line in their own territory. The Apaches line 3 receivers up wide to the right. Roderick Hawkins to the right of his quarterback in the gun. Now they'll swing him out to the right. Here's a screen pass to Hawkins. Caught, has some space in front of him. Shoestring tackled at the 35 and brought down. That'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, good work by Hawkins after the short pass to at least move the chains.
Ball's now on the right hash of the 35. Tyler down 23-9. Still has time with 13:50 to go in the third quarter, but they're playing with urgency. 2 receivers either way. Kinney looks to air it out over the middle. Pass is caught inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. A big-time grab by Justine Clark.
That's a nice pass by Kenny as well, a deep post route, but Clark did a great job to fend off the defender, kind of blocked him out as if to get a rebound to get that catch.
Smack dab in between the hashes, right at the 30-yard line. We've got an injured Wrangler down on the field right now as the training staff will come out to tend to him. 13:42 to go in the third. Then Tyler's moving down the field. This possession, Kevin, significant in the sense that they don't want to give their ball back again down 2 scores here in the second half. They'd love to get back on the board and make a game of this thing. Otherwise, it could get away from you.
And Cisco, of course, has the last 2 touchdowns at the end of the first half here, and then they open up the second half, so the Apaches need to strike back on this possession.
Tyler had a 9-6 lead. They had a safety, then a score. Then it was locked up at a field goal. And Kevin told you the rest. 23-9 as the Cisco offense is starting to ignite. Got an injured player down in the field. We may have to break away. Let's take a couple commercial breaks, come back, and we'll bring you the final 13 minutes of the third quarter. After this, you're listening to TJC Football on 92.1 FM, The Team. Now they're clearing him off. Let's keep it here. They're clearing him off, so we'll keep it here. Yeah, he got up a lot quicker than expected, and TJC's right back up the football. They're ready to pick things up with 13:42 to go here in the third quarter. The injured player for Cisco will walk off with the training staff. And we're set for action. First down and 10. Ball's on the 31-yard line for TJC. We're moving from left to right. They're in Cisco territory as the sun gleams down on Earl Campbell Field. Kinney in the gun, takes the snap. Plenty of time, looks to throw. Spiraling towards the end zone. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Had a man tightly covered. The ball was intended for Trayvon Carter, but there are a couple gray jerseys right there with him.
Yeah, Apaches get yet another break. That ball was nearly intercepted as Kenny threw that in a double coverage and was able to get away with it.
Second down and 10 now for Tyler. As they march into Cisco territory at the 31-yard line. Kenny has Roderick Hawkins on his left, 2 receivers either way, hands it off to Hawkins, sheds a tackle in the backfield, darts up the middle between the hashes and picks up a few down to the 30-yard line. A lot of running for just a couple yards.
Yeah, Hawkins had to break a tackle just to get back to the line of scrimmage and got at least 1 positive yard on the play.
Right hash of the 30-yard line where the pigskin sits. It's third down and 9. 2 receivers right, 2 short side left. Quarterback Kinney has Hawkins on his left as he takes the snap with 15 on the play clock. 3-step drop, looks left, now fires right. Pass completes behind the line of scrimmage. Moving forward for a couple, though. On the grab is Cooper. The freshman wideout grabs it for a few. And that'll bring up fourth down.
That has not been a good play for the Apaches today. That time they go again to the tunnel screen. The first time they ran it, they lost yardage. They didn't get much there, so well played by Cisco's defense.
Fourth down and 8 from the Cisco 29 here for the Apaches. Clock rolls under 12 and a half here for the third quarter. Jeremiah Cooley will line up as a receiver to the left. Kelly Akari will join him. 3 receivers now left, 1 short side right. Kinney from the gun, looks to throw, now being chased, dumps it off near side. It's intercepted, picked off at the 15-yard line. This one's returnable, near side to the 30. 35-40, one man to beat. Oh, he stepped out of bounds on the return. And the play will be dead. Jared Powell had the interception for Cisco. I thought he may take it back down this near sideline once he got out of traffic, but he stepped on that near white chalk, and the play is dead. Interception nonetheless, Kevin. Cisco ball.
And listen, I thought he should have knocked that ball down. Instead, he intercepted and took off with it, so he made the right decision because it's a pretty good return after the interception.
Yeah, that was on 4th down. He made up for those 8 yards and then some. And now Cisco will take over, 1st down and 10 from the left hash mark of their own 40-yard line. So this is the point in the game where Apache defense has to be careful. These are their concerns of the game slipping away if Cisco can slide in another quick score. The last 2 touchdowns have happened fast. The last drive took just 15 seconds. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Option play left. Here's a pitch outside the numerals to the 45 and nothing more. About a 5-yard pickup coming near side for Justin Hammond.
Pretty good looking option play. They haven't run it much, but well executed there for positive yardage.
Yeah, actually they'll mark it at the 46, making it 2nd down and 4. A 6-yard pickup there for Hammond. Cooper Bell in the shotgun here for Cisco. He's got a back on his left. It's Catraven Walker. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Bell, 3-step drop. Looks to throw. In between the hashes, has a man. It's a strike. Caught at the 25. Speed to the 15. Near side to the 10. And down close to the 5. Another nice pass connection to Justin Hammond and some speed after the catch.
One wide open receiver after another for Cisco's offense. They've gotten their passing game on track. Struggling to run the football, but no problems through the air.
We talked about in the second quarter how the offense for Cisco was starting to come to life. I think they've done it here in quarter number 3. Their passing game has really stepped up. 1st down and goal. Ball's on the 7-yard line. Here's Hammond spinning to his left for a loss on the play. Tried to turn that edge and couldn't. TJC defense got to him in a hurry, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The inside pitch didn't work out for Cisco. Well played by TJC. Again, that upfield penetration blew that play up.
2nd down and goal now from the 10 with 10:35 and counting to go here in the 3rd. And if you're Cisco, now if you're TJC, you're thinking come back, let's stop them here, get the ball back and score. But if you're Cisco, you are in the back of your mind thinking style points as the ball goes to Bell and he rolls to his right. Bell still running to the 10, to the 5. Bell to the corner of the end zone. He may have got in. He did. Bell took it himself. 10 yards out for the score. Touchdown Cisco. And to that point, the coaches are thinking style points because they need to be in the top 2 rankings if they want to have a shot for the national championship at the end of this. Now, not to say they're in a position where they can run it up. It's too early to talk about that, but they are thinking about continuing to put the pedal to the metal.
Well, they helped their case there, and the Apaches forgot about the quarterback. He doesn't have a whole lot of speed, but they left the right side wide open for him.
Extra point, snap, hold, kicks away, and it is good. 10:16 to play in the 3rd quarter. Cisco leads Tyler Junior College 30-9. This is Apache football on 92.1 FM, The Team.
We're here with Katie from TJC. Now, Katie, tell us a little bit about registering early for fall classes.
Yeah, so it's so important to get your registration done. There comes a lot of benefits in registering early. You get to have a jump start on your education. And also, I know schedules can be complicated, mostly for students that work. And just being able to register early, you get more options. So, don't wait for the last minute because classes can fill up.
Registration for fall is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
Hi, it's Doc Deason with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Thanks for being part of today's TJC football broadcast. What a treat it is to have the black and gold back on the field and on the air. No matter the time of year, it's always fun to pull for our Apaches. But I think it's a little sweeter this time around. By now, real estate's running wide open, so if I can offer some help to you, feel free to give me a shout. 903-262-8680. That's 262-8680. DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
This is The Team, 92.1 FM, KRWR Tyler. Outkick the coverage with Clay Travis. Mornings 5 to 8. You're on The Team.
Caleb Q with the ensuing kickoff here for Cisco. It's returned across the 10 to the 15 to the 20-yard line. And that's where Tyler will have it first down and 10. It's 30-9. Cisco leads Tyler Junior College. Clayton Neville alongside Kevin Simon. And Kevin's got the scoring drive summary as Cisco starts to take this thing away.
It only took him 4 plays, 60 yards, 1 minute and 48 seconds. Bale, the quarterback, on the keeper for the score.
Tyler Junior College wants to make a game of it. This would be their opportunity to do so. You don't want this thing to slip away. 10-10 to play in the third. Still plenty of time. Down a couple scores. Landry Kinney in the gun. First down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Takes it himself across the 20. Not much more. Up to the 22 in between the hash marks. A 4-yard pickup for the quarterback, Landry Kinney.
A good decision by Kenny's own read. Made the right read to keep the football and get upfield for at least positive yardage.
Second down and 6 now from the 22-yard line here for the Apaches. And the official, it looks like, may have stopped the clock. We have an official timeout. We've got one of the players that needs some type of...
the quarterback, Kenny's got some blood, so they're going to...
Is that what it is? Yeah, they're going to wipe him down.
Yeah, get him cleaned up here.
So they'll wipe down Kenny with 9:51 to play, and Tyler's going to try to reignite this offense. Defense had a safety. The offense had a score early in the first half, but been pretty quiet since then. One back to the left of the quarterback, Kinney, as we resume play. On second down and 6. Handoff moving right. Tripped up. Shoestring tackle and brought down as Chris Winters was trying to turn the corner and couldn't do it. Third down.
Yeah, that's the linebacker. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. Number 8. What a great play. He shot from behind the defense on his position and got in there to make that tackle.
Third down and 6 from the 22 now for the Apaches as that clock continues to roll at 9:12 here in the third quarter. Tyler will line up a couple of receivers to the left. Rimpert's out there along with Cooley. 2 receivers to the right. Kinney barking out calls to his line. Play clock's down to 6. There's the snap. Rush coming. Pass over the middle. Caught, but a hard hit at the 26-yard line. It was a nice grab by Mark Patton right over the middle, but when you go over the middle like that and expose yourself, you're going to catch a lick, and that's what Patton did. Just shy of the first down, too. That'll bring up 4th down and 1. A 5-yard completion to Patton, who Kevin took a hard hit.
Yeah, Patton from his tight end position on a quick end route, boy. He paid the price for it, and the Apaches will be forced to punt it away.
4th down and 1, and they are in the punt formation. From the 28-yard line, punts away and comes off the foot of Pedro Yavarino and takes an Apache roll inside the 25. The 20 still bouncing inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line.
Will be spotted at the 13-yard line.
That's a great kick by Yavarino. It flipped the field as Cisco won't get the expected starting field position.
Now they'll be pinned back deep in their own territory with 8:11 to play here in the third quarter. So the Cisco offense gets the ball back, but they've got some space to move. The official line of scrimmage is going to be the right hash mark of the 14, 86 yards to go. And if you're the Apaches, you've got to be thinking, we need the ball back quickly. 3 and out is what they need as that clock continues to move here in the third quarter. Cisco comes out in their grays with their blue helmets. Cooper Bell, the quarterback, with a back on his right. 2 receivers to the left, none lined up to the right. Snap in the shotgun formation. Handoff moving right. There's space. Far sideline 35 to the 40. 45, 50, 45. It's a foot race to the 20. 15, 10. The Apaches drug him all the way down. But a monster run for Cisco's Christian Mosley.
Well, opposed to speed around the corner, but the Apaches stuck with the play and at least ran him down, kept him out of the end zone. Well, what a great start to that possession for Cisco. Simple handoff to the right side. Great seal blocking. Got him around the corner and upfield for a big run.
Took it from his 14 to his opponent's 12. And that's where Cisco has it, first down and 10 in Apache territory. Handoff moving right. Runs into a wall, maybe a yard, but nothing more. They went back to Christian Mosley. It'll be second down.
Apache's much better job on that play as Mosley tried to bounce it outside, but the Apaches were in position to make it.
Now it's second down on the right hash mark we'll call it the 13-yard line. Bell with one back on his right, his one receiver lined up short side to the right. It's Ashton Hawkins. From this position, he's liked Hawkins on that fade towards the corner of the end zone. But he's got a couple other wide outs here, wide side to the left. Snap, looks to the corner of the end zone. Far back corner, caught, incomplete. Back of the end zone. And now we've got some extracurriculars behind the line of scrimmage, some pushing and shoving. And we've got a flag that'll come down as a result of that. But we know he likes that corner. He went after it, just couldn't bring it in inbounds.
Yeah, pretty good coverage once again. It's a nice catch, but as you mentioned, it's out of bounds, but a late penalty flag, some pushing and shoving late between the big guys on either side. Well, we'll get the call here, see what happens.
Some frustrations now maybe starting to come out.
Captain play. Unsportsmanlike. 41 of the defense. 64 of the offense. Look well offset. They're both first UNS.
All right, so offsetting penalties. Personal fouls against both teams as a result of that pushing and shoving, and it will be 3rd down and 10 for Cisco from the TJC 12 when we return. Let's take a break. There's 7 minutes and 1 second left in the third quarter. 30-9, Cisco leads TJC. Cisco's knocking on the door of another score. You're listening to Apache Football on 92.1 FM, the team.
When Jersey Mike's gives a sub some sizzle, the hot grill is the way. Every cheesesteak we make starts fresh, made to order atop a sizzling hot flat-top grill. The right way. The way meat, cheese, and peppers are prepared their piping hot best. It's the way Jersey Mike's has been doing it all along. Because when you're making a cheesesteak, a sizzling flat-top grill is really the only way. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
92.1 FM, the team.
30-9, a big lead for Cisco. They're trying to add to it. Cisco coaches called a timeout. They face now a 3rd down and 10 from the TJC 12.
I think Coach Shirley called that timeout to get his guys calmed down. You don't want a penalty flag, even though you're up 30-9. You don't want to waste his scoring opportunities. So get your guys, get their heads back in the game, and see if they can convert here.
And it doesn't hurt if you're the Apaches either, kind of a reset. And this is a critical possession. If Tyler's able to get a stop here, they could essentially still be in this game. If they don't, that's when it starts to get away from you. When you go from 30-9, 37-9 here in the latter half of quarter number 3. And we're resumed from the timeout, but there's still some conversations happening between the officials.
Yeah, a lot of talking still going on between the officials and some with the coaching staff of Cisco. I think we're about to resume play.
Yeah, whistles were blow and we're set for action. It's 3rd down and 10. Ball's on the TJC 12 for Cisco. 2 receivers wide left, 1 receiver short side to the right. Snap to Bell. Hand off to Walker. Straight up the middle inside the 10. Brought down around the 9-yard line. Couple yard gain. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and the kicking unit will come out. So that's a pretty good job by the Apaches after they gave up the big run to keep them out of the end zone. So it's important how they were able to stick with the play and run down the ball carrier on that big run.
4th down and 8 from the 10. This is a 27-yard field goal that'll come off the foot of Caleb Q. Snap, hold, kick, line drive that went through. He hit it. 6:24 to play in the third quarter. And Cisco College leads Tyler Junior College 33-9. You're listening to Apache Football on 92.1 FM, the team.
Hello fans, this is Randy Grooms with Citizens First Bank here in Tyler. Have you ever wondered where to start when getting ready to purchase that new home or commercial property? Or how to refinance an existing home or business loan? At Citizens First Bank, we specialize in dealing with people like you, helping to simplify the loan process. We will work with you to find the loan product that best fits your personal or business needs and follow it through to a prompt closing. Give us a call first at Citizens First, 581-1900, and come see what it's like to bank with the only A-plus rated bank in East Texas, where we always service the loans we make.
Citizens First Bank on the Southeast Loop in Tyler. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and on the web at citizensfirstbank.com.
All Sports Radio, The Team, 92.1 FM. You're on The Team.
So a field goal poked through for Cisco gives them a 33-9 lead over Tyler Junior College here at Rose Stadium. I'm Clayton Neville with Kevin Simon. Kickoff from right to left. Returnable from the 10, 15 to the 20, up towards the 25-yard line for Tyler. On the return was Jalen Moore. But 3 more points added for Cisco, and Kevin Simon has that scoring drive summary.
Yeah, 4 plays, 76 yards, 1 minute and 47 seconds. Of course, that long run by Mosley got him in position to kick that field goal.
And now Tyler takes over with 6:17 on the clock here for the third quarter. Just to paint the picture for you here, Tyler comes into today 3-4 overall, 2-4 in conference. This is the conference and season finale. Final game here at Rose Stadium of the year as well, but don't worry, it won't be long till you can come back. Instead of nearly waiting 9 months, it's just a few till football gets back going in the fall. About a quarter and a half left, though, here in May, and Kinney takes it from the gun on 1st down and 10, slings it across the middle, incomplete. Dangerous throw as the coverage was tight. We've got more pushing and shoving now after the fact, and here come the flags.
Yeah, and that should be on TJC as an offensive lineman came in late. He didn't like the fact that there was a tough hit on an Apache receiver. So he came in late after the play and knocked the defender off, and that should be against TJC. Now, there was a bunch of pushing and shoving, so it might go against both teams, but certainly TJC is involved.
Yeah, it could be another situation where we see offsetting penalties. But when you talk about who initiated, it did look like it came from the TJC side first.
Yeah, Cisco's fired up. They got it going on the sideline. They're trying to get the Apaches riled up, and it's working.
Again, a big game here as we tell you what's on the line for Cisco in the sense that they're undefeated. They could go to 7-0 with a win here. They're number 3 in the nation coming into today in JCAA. So if they had an impressive win and jump up to that 1 or 2 spot, they're playing for a national title. That's why they're jumping up and down on the sidelines right now. They've still got a lot of excitement and a lot to play for.
They do, and again, they've got TJC worked up. TJC's going to have to get themselves under control.
So the official's out there writing something on his pad furiously. Don't know what it was.
He was doing some scribbling, isn't he?
Yeah. Looked like my to-go order last night. No, it's...
After the play, unsportsmanlike, 66 of the offense, 15 yards, and it's his first.
Yeah, so that's against TJC.
Yeah, you just can't do it. It's an obvious call. If I can see it from here, it's an obvious call against the Apache. He came in late after the play and made a hit on a defender.
And so that'll cost you if they're the Apache defense, or the Apaches rather, as that thing's going to come back even further in. And Kinney and the offense here are going to have to reset because they're now facing 2nd down and very long. 2nd down and 24 here for the TJC offense. Tyler will line 3 receivers up to the right after that long delay. 1 receiver short side to the left. It's all sorted out. 2nd down and 24 from the 12. Snap to Kinney. Looks right, now running to his left, in trouble, trying to turn the corner and can't. The Cisco defense made sure that Landry Kinney couldn't turn that corner.
And Kinney's a little gimpy, kind of limping after that tackle. It's a design quarterback draw as the Apaches are backed up against their own end zone. They don't want to take any chances. Kinney is struggling. They're going to get a timeout. The official's going to call a timeout again because Kenny is really struggling back there.
Yeah, Kenny was grabbing that back right leg. Now he's waving off the coaching staff saying he's okay. They thought for a moment they may try to bring in the backup, but looks like Kenny's going to shake this thing off and walk it off. 3rd down and 23. Ball's on about the 12-yard line here for TJC in their own territory. Kenny to the air, coming near side. Nice grab, hopped up for it and caught it at the 25-yard line and came down. Cooper, the freshman wideout, with a big-time snag that in most situations would be a first down, but here they've still got some work to do.
Yeah, late penalty flag, but the Apaches are coming off as if it's against them. I thought they may have gotten a late hit, but the Apaches, they seem to think the penalty is on them.
Well, now looking at the flag, it sits down there about the 7-yard line, right in between the hash marks.
Yeah, this has to be against the Apaches.
Personal foul. Late hit, 66, the offense. After distance penalty.
No, you want to decline that. You want to decline that penalty. Yeah, you want to decline the penalty and take the. It'll be 4th and very long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was 3rd and 23. That reception cut into about half of that.
Yeah, I get the officials will get it right. They don't need to take that penalty. The pass was complete, well short of the first down. You got to decline the penalty and take the play.
Cisco coaches are over on the far sideline with one of the officials just making sure they know what they want to do, and I think they're sorting
the
it out.
officials are kind of frustrated at each other.
Yeah.
The one official kind of threw his hands up because he doesn't know where to spot the ball, but the easy call, the right call, is just to decline it and force the Apaches to punt it away.
That was a light ball foul. It will be enforced from the end of the run. It's 3rd down.
Well, they didn't, apparently.
That doesn't make any sense.
It would be 4th down. It'd still be 4th and probably, not knowing the exact spot, it'd probably be like 4th and 10.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to take the penalty. You decline the penalty. And it'll be 4th down.
Instead,
I think the officials got it wrong, and Cisco doesn't know to correct it.
Yeah, because it actually was supposed to be from where the foul happened, which actually puts him back only at the 13-yard line, which is near the initial line of scrimmage.
Yeah, everybody kind of missed out on that one.
Yeah.
That won't matter anyway.
It won't matter because here's a gain of 1 on a handoff, and now it's 4th down and long.
And they'll have to punt it away anyway, but again, that was just a bad possession, some penalty flags. The Apaches, which is rare for them. I haven't seen this in a number of years where the Apaches are actually losing their cool.
Yeah. It's not false starts. It's personal fouls.
Yep.
That's something you don't like to see if you're Coach Rocco, but also something that he'll probably correct.
I think he will. It'll be corrected by the time the next season starts, I can guarantee you that.
Come September. Yeah. 4th down, TJC to punt from left to right. Standing back in his own end zone is Pedro Yeverino. Laces to leather, returnable from the 50. Space to the 40, 30, 25, 20 on the return. Flags, 15, 10, 5, trotting into the end zone. It's coming back.
There's some blocks in the back, and they were pretty obvious.
Justin Hammond with the run.
Yeah, 3 flags down, and I don't think those blocks were necessary. He had plenty of field to work with.
All those flags erupted at the exact same time.
It was pretty obvious. I've seen it from here. It was pretty obvious. Not a block that was necessary. As a return man was in good position.
There's 3 flags, all of them in proximity of about 3 feet of each other, right at the far sideline at the 30. That's right where that cut came.
Personal foul, blindside block, number 8 of the returning team. 15-yard penalty.
So a touchdown will be negated.
Now, a few years ago, that would have been a great block, but it's a blindside block. You can't do that anymore, but it was a great block a few years ago.
Yeah. But again, I don't know how much it contributed to the score. Nonetheless, it's not going to count.
Yeah, great. Once again, good starting field position for Cisco.
So Cisco will have it on the right hash mark of the 45-yard line. 4:10 to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's 33-9. Cisco with a big lead on TJC. Tyler led 9-6 for a while in the 2nd quarter. It was 9-9, and then to start the 2nd half, Cisco's offense just caught on fire. And here we are with 4:10 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Cisco moving down the field. On first down and 10, they'll line 2 receivers up to the left. Now there's 3 of them. 3 receivers left, 1 short side to the right. A back on the right of his quarterback, Cooper Bell, in the gun. Takes the snap. 3-step drop, looks left to throw, nothing there. Now moves to his right, lets it fly towards the end zone. Caught, touchdown. Caught at the 5-yard line and then into the end zone. Kevin, I see the flag. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was behind the quarterback. It just stepped over 1 step across the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, it's a great play, a perfect pass by Bell, but he was across the line of scrimmage. Once again, the Apaches get a break.
Yeah, Justin Hammond caught it for the touchdown. When he threw it, I thought, okay, he's close, but apparently he was just a bit over.
Tell you what, the Apaches have had a hard time defending these receivers after they did a pretty good job.
Legal forward pass. Number 14 of the offense. It's a spot foul, 5 yards, and loss of down.
Yeah. He was running for his life, and then he saw Hammond wide open and said, I'm just going to go for it.
That's a great play, other than the fact he stepped just across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So 5-yard penalty, 2nd down and 15. Loss of downs, too. Ball's on the right hash mark of the 49-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 short side right. It is Hammond for Cisco. Handoff moving right. There's space to the 40, outside the numerals to the 30, leaping over a defender down to the 25-yard line. Christian Mosley, and what I've noticed as this game has gone on for Cisco, they've got some weapons, and they'll go to them. We see Mosley now in the second half. We saw Dixon a lot in the first quarter. They can change it up on you.
Well, again, it's around the corner. The Apaches have let Mosley get around the corner twice for big plays, and apparently Mosley is their big run guy because he's had a couple of them since he's entered the game.
Yeah. He broke one of them loose. 1st down and 10. Ball's on the 25-yard line in TJC territory for Cisco. Bell threading the needle over the middle. Caught at the 10 and into the end zone for a touchdown. Beautiful pass over the middle. Guess who? Number 20, Christian Mosley with the score.
Doing it on the ground and through the air, but he's wide open. The Apaches forgot about him. Came out of the backfield on a go route. Perfect pass by Bell. Easy score. They're putting on an offensive clinic now.
3:28 to play here in quarter number 3, and the extra point will come off the foot of Caleb Q for the Cisco Wranglers. Snap. Hold is down. Kicks away. It is through. And with 3 minutes and 28 seconds to play in quarter number 3, Cisco leads Tyler Junior College 40-9. Apache football continues in a moment on 92.1 FM, The Team.
For over 50 years, Jeff Billings and Billings Tire Service have provided complete car care service to East Texas, and they continue to do so with your health and safety the #1 priority. The waiting area at 2150 West Grande Boulevard is sanitized and rearranged to ensure social distancing, or you can stay in your car during the service. Employees are taking added safety and sanitary precautions. Leave your keys in a drop box if needed. Both pickup and drop-off are available. Quality car care service with health and safety as top priority. Billings Tire Service, 561-JEFF, and billingstire.net.
We've got Katie from TJC in the studio. Now she's a sophomore and a TJC orientation leader. Katie, what are some of the benefits of registering for May and summer classes?
Yeah, so the benefits of registering for May and summer classes are that you just get a jump start on your education. So you can start knocking out classes and you don't feel so overwhelmed during the spring and fall trying to get so many credits in.
May and summer registration is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
92.1 FM, The Team.
40-9, a big lead for the Cisco Wranglers over Tyler Junior College. Kickoff from right to left, off the foot of Caleb Q for Cisco. Returnable from the 5 for TJC to the 10, up to the 15, 20, 25. Crossing the 30-yard line, stretching his arm forward is Taj Bickham. 40-9, and Kevin Simon, you've got that scoring drive summary.
Yeah, Cisco was able to overcome the blindside block and the illegal forward pass to score that touchdown. 2 plays, 45 yards, and it took them 42 seconds.
So with just over 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter, Tyler offense really looking to get something going. They haven't had much at all here in quarter number 3. We saw some flashes of success there in the first quarter from this offense. Defense played tight, but the Cisco offense has been able to just bust it open here in the second half. First down and 10 for TJC from the 30. Snap to Kinney in the gun. Draw play up the middle. Not much. A yard, maybe 2 up the gut. I'm going to give him 3 on the spot, and it'll be second down and 7 from the 33-yard line.
Very physical Cisco defense. A couple of more of those big hits they've been providing throughout the day.
Handoff goes to Kenneth Biggins.
And on the carry for Tyler was Biggins. So now on second down and 6, they'll line 2 receivers up to the left, 1 short side to the right. Kinney swings one out to the left. It's caught. Across the 35, diving towards the 40. Just shy of the first down marker is Nick Rimpert. So Rimpert just shy of the marker outside the numerals on the far side of the field.
Tough run by Rimpert after the catch. Gave the Apaches a shot here on third down.
Third down and 2. Under 2.5 to play in quarter number 3. Kinney barking out calls to his line with 2 receivers either way. Quick dump pass coming near side, incomplete. Just shy of Kenneth Bivens. It was a screen pass that didn't quite have the mustard to get there, and now it's 4th down and 2 for TJC in their own territory.
Well, we forced to punt it away. Good job defensively once again by Cisco.
4th and 2 for the Apaches from their own 38-yard line. And Cisco will drift Ashton Hawkins back to his own 20 to receive. Tyler's been forced to punt on a number of occasions. Haven't had a whole lot of distance to those punts. They'll need a good one here with 2:12 to go in the third. Kicks away, line drive style punt. Now it catches some distance, bounces at the 25, takes an Apache roll inside the 15. Good punt down to the 13-yard line. And that's where Cisco will have it with 1:59 to play, leading TJC 40-9. Been a rough third quarter, Kevin, here for the Apaches.
Yeah, and this game really turned on, I think, 2 plays. At the end of the first half, the Apaches try to go for it on 4th down at their own 34. They don't convert. Cisco goes down and scores a touchdown. The Apaches open up with an onside kick attempt that only goes 6 yards. So great starting field position for Cisco. They go down and score another touchdown. And those 2 plays have put this game out of reach.
Yeah, we
got it turned around.
And we went from 9-9 to 23-9 just like that.
Just like that.
And here we are now at 40-9. Cisco up on TJC as they take over, moving right to left on your radio. Ball's on their own 13-yard line. Cooper Bell's in the gun, and he hands the ball off. Moving to his right across the 25 to the 26, up to the 27-yard line. Some hard running there for Cisco's number big 46, Charles Gonzalez, who's gotten into the game. But that wasn't Gonzalez, that was Vontae Brackett, the running back. Number 42, Brackett's into the game. So Cisco's continuing to get those running backs into the game. We've seen Mosley, Dixon, a couple others, now Brackett. Second down and 6 after the 4-yard pickup. Here's Brackett getting his turn, bouncing it out to the right, across the 25-yard line for the first down.
Yeah, Brackett's built like a linebacker, so they got Mosley, the quick guy who's good at getting outside, and now Brackett, the bigger guy who's just pounding his way between the tackles.
Yeah, he'll bowl you over. That's what he did there to pick up enough for the first down. 1st and 10 from the right hash of the 25 here for Cisco in their own territory. Brackett to the right of Bell in the gun. Cooper gives it to him, and Brackett picks up a couple, maybe a yard, yard and a half, right up the middle. Under a minute to play now in quarter number 3.
Bell's got the quarterback has to start thinking about milking the clock and working on this the clock a little more. They've got a big enough lead. Of course, they'd like to keep scoring if they can, but you just certainly want to shorten the game, run the clock down.
Yeah, keep it on the ground. Second down and 9 on balls on the right hash mark here at the 26. And they'll do the opposite of what I said. They'll air it out. A deep ball over the middle. Caught! Goodbye! Caught at the 30. Off to the races. Touchdown. Ashton Hawkins. He leapt out of the sky to pull that ball down, and there was no one in front of him.
That's the 3rd touchdown of the day. Now there's a late penalty flag. The touchdown to stand. This penalty flag came way late. After all the celebration, it started, so I'm sure It is probably an unsportsmanlike way after the score, but an easy touchdown pass to Hawkins, his third of the day.
And, in a normal situation, you probably would run the ball there, and you think to yourself, why would you throw it? Well, we touched on this a little bit earlier. You are going for style points if you're Cisco.
Number 74 of the offense. That penalty being enforced on the kickoff.
As we get the penalty there, that was a personal foul that'll be assessed on the kickoff against Cisco. But what you're trying to do is get style points to get into that number 1 or number 2 ranking after this week, so you can get yourself a berth in the national championship. Snap, hold, extra point, and the kick is good. 47-9. Cisco with a big lead on Tyler Junior College. Apache football continues after this on 92.1 FM, the team.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
We're here with Katie from TJC. Now, Katie, tell us a little bit about registering early for fall classes.
Yeah, so it's so important to get your registration done. There comes a lot of benefits in registering early. You get to have a jump start on your education, and also I know schedules can be complicated, mostly for students that work, and just being able to register early, you get more options. So don't wait for the last minute, because classes can fill up.
Registration for fall is open right now. Katie, where can we find out more?
Visit us at tjc.edu or at a registration event.
92.1 FM, the team.
47-9. Big lead here for Cisco. Kevin Simon, the Cisco Wranglers busted this thing wide open here in the second half.
Again, putting on an offensive clinic. Their last 5 scoring drives lasted no more than 4 plays. So they're not just scoring, they're scoring really quickly. This last scoring drive, 4 plays, 1 minute and 36 seconds, it went 87 yards.
Yeah, wow, impressive. We knew coming in they had a high-powered offense. We're seeing it here in the second half. Kickoff will move from right to left on your radio from Earl Campbell Field at Rose Stadium. Big crowd on hand for Cisco, who made the trip about 4 hours from west of Fort Worth. Not on the line here for this squad. Kick moving from right to left is high with not a whole lot of distance. Returned from the 20 up to the 25, 30, near side 40, 45, shy of midfield to the 48-yard line on the return for Tyler. It's Taj Bickham. 16 seconds on the clock now here for the third quarter.
Price and Badgett combined on the tackle.
So, Kevin, looking ahead into the fourth, what do you expect from either team? Obviously, I was wrong when I said that Cisco was going to try to run the clock out and run the ball. So who knows what we'll see there. But TJC now just trying to get out of this game and get into the offseason to get ready for next year.
Yeah, I expect them to try to still run their offense. We'll see what happens. But this one is probably in the bag for Cisco. Now, Cisco, that's another story. We'll see what they do when they get the ball back.
Tyler has it, first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Draw play up the middle, couple yards. Now moving to the left, not much there. Into the game for TJC, Kenneth Bivens. There's the 5'11", 204-pound tailback from San Antonio yet again. Second down and 5 is how we'll start the fourth quarter as the third rolls out. After 3, the score, Cisco 47, TJC 9. It's Apache football on 92.1 FM, the team. Well, let's keep it here, Kevin, as we head into the fourth quarter. 47-9 the score. And we just talked about the keys here to the fourth quarter for Tyler Junior College. Maybe, we talked about building on momentum in this game overall. You can still do that in the fourth quarter by seeing what you have going into next year.
Yeah, the Apaches right now at this point look a little defeated, as they probably should. Again, this game was a tight game for a good period of time, and it just got away from them rather quickly. Again, it turned on a couple of plays, and before you know it, it's a 38-point lead.
Yeah, they got away from you quick, and you were hanging in that game at 9-9 midway through the second quarter. We looked at each other and thought, TJC's bringing it, and they were. Their defense was playing well, but now we know what all the hype is about when you talk about Cisco and this offense. TJC has its 2nd down and 5. Ball's on the right hash mark of their opponent's 48. Here's Kinney himself on his feet inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line to get things going here in the 4th.
That's a pretty good job by Kenny. I thought he had handed the football off, so good job of selling the handoff. He kept it to get upfield.
Now it'll be 3rd down and 3 from the right hash mark of the 44-yard line. Kinney and TJC looking sharp in their gold pants, black jerseys. One back to the left of Kinney in the gun. He'll fling it out to the right. Ball's caught, but thrown down backwards. No gain on the play. Coverage was tight all the way. The ball was caught on the far side of the field by Trayvon Carter, the sophomore for TJC.
That was Thomas on the defense to go ahead and make that play. What a great reaction to that short pass. The Apaches will send out the punt unit. We'll see if they actually go ahead and punt it, but not a whole lot going on either side of the ball right now for the Apaches.
Yeah, they'll punt it from the right hash mark of the 45. It's 4th down and 5. Cisco will drift a man back to the 10 to receive. Here on the home side, nice crowd too, enjoying a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here in Smith County. Ball's returned at the 10, brought ahead to the 15, shy of the 20, up to the 18-yard line. That's where Cisco will have it. 1st down and 10 with 13:36 to go here in the ball game.
And the Apaches, again, just haven't done much on their possessions down the stretch here. A lot of punts and interceptions, some turnover on downs. Just not much going right for the old Apaches.
It's been an odd year, to say the least, for TJC. And we'll start with the fact that their final game of the season comes in May, and the first game of the next is just a few months down the road. So they find themselves in a tough spot here in the final game of the regular season. But it's certainly been a tough road here in this NJCAA season. Cisco trying to go 7-0 on the year as they hand the ball off, moving to his right. Short gain on the play, not much. Again, it's the big Vontae Brackett, number 42, that's coming to the game here in the second half. Pickup of 1. It's 2nd down and 9, 13:20 on the clock now for the 4th quarter.
That's a good tackle by the Apaches on Brackett.
On 2nd down from the 20, we've got flags and whistles. This could be a false start.
The Apaches were in the neutral zones. It should be against the Apaches, and Cisco's putting their backup quarterback now, Ellis. And I think he was able to draw the Apaches offside.
Yeah, flags came in a hurry. You heard the whistles blow to call the play dead.
Offside. Defense 54. 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
So it is offsides against the defense, and it's just been that kind of second half for the Tyler Junior College Apaches. That'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll call this 5. Rolling out to the left. Shy of the 25-yard line, being thrown down outside the numerals on the quarterback keeper. That is Lakeith Ellis. Ellis is coming to the game, as you mentioned, Kevin, and Ellis picks up a couple there.
A good coverage on the play by TJC as Ellis couldn't find an open receiver and basically had to go down with the ball.
Now on 3rd down and 5 for Cisco. They're bringing in some of that secondary personnel. We wondered at what point that would happen as we got towards the end of the 3rd quarter. Now we're seeing it on both sides of the football. Ellis in the gun as a back on his left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 short side to the left. Clock will roll under 12 minutes and 15 seconds here on this one. Handoff Brackett moving right, cuts back in between the hashes, now bounces it back to the right across the 35 to the 37-yard line. He's a big guy that can barrel through the defense, but Brackett's got some moves with him too.
That's some good footwork once he got through the hole. He made a couple of Apaches whiff on tackles that time. Again, the big guy, we don't have his weight, but he's got good size and some nifty footwork.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect that footwork out of a guy like that. You just expected him to barrel through you. Looks like he can do it both. First down and 10. Left to right on your radio goes Cisco from the 37-yard line. Ball's on the right hash. 2 receivers right, 1 wide to the left. Ellis in the gun. Brackett on his right. Hand off to the big guy. Slants up the middle, shy of the 40 to the 39. Yard and a half, maybe 2 on the play.
Not much, but he did run over an Apache there. Ellis, the quarterback, has done a great job of milking the clock. Snapped the football with 4 seconds left on the play clock. That is exactly how you want to work it down the stretch.
Yeah, and now you're starting to see that from Cisco. You know, they're trying to work through it, trying to move on past this one and see what happens after that. There will be some sitting and waiting after this to see how the regular season shakes up for Cisco to find out what, if anything, is next. Second down and 8. Ball's on the 38. In their own territory, Cisco hands it off to Brackett, moving left. Outside the numbers to the 45, shy of the 50. He has a first down to the 48. That'll keep the clock moving.
Yeah, just a good job of turning the corner and staying in bounds. And, you know, he kind of reminds me of the bus, the big guy. He's not wearing the Steelers colors like the Apaches are. But he was playing for TJC. He looked just like the bus.
Yeah. Yep. You got that same build and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe a few more moves. Not to criticize the bus.
I think his footwork is a little bit better than the bus.
First down and 10. Ball's on the left hash of the 47-yard line here for Cisco. Ellis has a back to his right. Couple receivers left. 1 to the right. Man in motion. They'll pitch it to him. Trying to turn the corner. Can't get across that right edge as the Apaches cut him off. Trying to turn the corner for Cisco was number 80, Malcolm Stevens. Couldn't get around that corner.
Took a big hit at the end of it as well, so good job by the Apaches. They were able to string it out.
Couple yard pickup. That'll set up second down and 8. Ball's on the right hash mark of Cisco's own 49.
And again, the Wranglers not in any hurry here. Ellis doing a great job of milking the clock.
Clock rolls under 10 minutes for the fourth quarter. Couple receivers to the right, 1 wide left. Ellis letting that play clock come all the way down. Man in motion. Again, they'll give it to him. This time trying to turn the left edge. Nothing there. Containing number 80, Malcolm Stevens. They tried it on both sides of the field with no success. Loss on the play. This will bring up third down and 9 from the 48.
Now it'll be interesting to see what Cisco does here. Well, they put it in the air on 3rd and long and try to keep possession of it, or just keep it on the ground and punt it away if they don't convert.
Yeah, obviously, if you keep it on the ground and pick up the 9 for the first down, that clock keeps moving. Or will they go to the air? We haven't seen much in the air yet from this second-string quarterback Ellis, who's into the game. Will we see it here? Yes, Ellis rolling right to throw. Lets it fly near side. Caught. Shy of the first down. He did bring it in. That pass was caught by number 26, Kenneth Polk. But it will be shy of the first down.
That's a great catch by the receiver on that play, a low pass. They made a diving catch, but it's not enough. Good job, good enough job by the Apaches. They'll force a punt.
And the clock keeps moving. The ball was caught in bounds. So TJC will drift back to receive this punt. All the way back is Taj Bickman inside his own 10-yard line. Haven't been a whole lot of punts from the Cisco team today.
Well, just the third punt.
Looks like Cisco's going to call a timeout before they punt it. They will. Timeout. Let's take it to 8:34 to go here in the ball game. It's 47-9. Cisco up on TJC. It's Apache football on 92.1 FM, the team.
Hey, Doc Deaston here once again with Real Edge Real Estate in Tyler. Like you, it feels a little odd to have TJC on the football field at this time of year, but at least they finally got to suit up. I have and always will love watching the Apaches play at Rose Stadium, and when I can't be there, I listen here. As a real estate agent, I get to show off Tyler to countless newcomers every year. And I'm always proud to run them right down 5th Street to see our beautiful TJC campus. I've yet to have someone not be impressed by what they've seen either. We have an absolute treasure in this school, never mind the traditions and memories that so many of us carry from our days on campus. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for supporting our TJC Apaches no matter the time of year. At this time of year, the real estate market is hopping. And so if you need help with something in that realm, give me a call, 903-262-8680, or check out testimonials from past clients at DocDeasonRealEstate.com.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Resuming the timeout, Cisco College will punt it away. The punt is high and fair caught at the 12-yard line. That's where Tyler will have it. First down and 10, 8:26 to play here in the game. I'm Clayton Neville in for Bill Coates alongside Kevin Simon. 47-9, a big-time lead for Cisco. It was 9-9 at one point, about midway through the second quarter. And then a series of a couple scores for this Cisco team, and here we are, 47-9. That was the turning point towards the end of the second quarter and the first possession of the third. That's how we got to where we are. Cisco's really dominated here in quarter number 4. 8:26 to play as Tyler moves from right to left. Here's a handoff moving left across the 12 to the 13-yard line. So it looks like Tyler will keep it on the ground as the ball goes to Kenneth Bibbins, the freshman from San Antonio.
Yeah, it's well played by the defense. Again, the Apaches played it relatively conservative. Looks like they just want to go ahead and get off the field as well, try to get this game in the bag.
Yeah, they're going to let the play clock roll down too. Kenny's still in there. 3 receivers right to the right, 1 to the left. Back on the left of his QB. Kenny looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, still looking. He's going to take off on his feet, and he'll have to run out of bounds. He'll get out of bounds on the near side at the 17-yard line. Kenny wanted to throw it. There was just nowhere to go as he kept running over here to the near sideline, and he had to just come out of bounds.
Yeah, good coverage. Give them credit in terms of coverage, as Kenny couldn't find an open receiver and just took a slow jog to the sideline. Not sure if he's still a little banged up. He had a gimpy leg earlier. But here we go.
3rd and 5 for Tyler from their own 17-yard line. Kenny looking to throw, dumps it off over the middle, caught across the 15-yard line to the 16. To the 26, rather, up to the 27-yard line on the grab. That is enough for the first down. Big grab there by Mark Patton.
The tight end right over the middle for the first down. That's a good play, the move to chains.
So TJC picks up a first down. Kenny to Patton there, QB to tight end. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left, with 1 back to the left of his quarterback, Kenny, in the shotgun formation on 1st and 10 from the 26. Snap to Kenny. Handoff moving right. Cuts it back towards the 30-yard line in between the hashes. Picks up a couple on the play. Ball carrier Chris Winters, the 6-foot, 204-pound freshman tailback from Orange, Texas. So that's 2nd down and 7 now upcoming. Ball's on the right hash of the 30. 6:45 to play. It's 47-9 Cisco. TJC has a lone receiver, short side right, 3 wide to the left. They'll look near side. Now Kenny scrambling, nowhere to go with it. Slides forward a couple yards. Shy of the first down marker. He needs the 36. They got to about the 34.
Pressure and coverage on the play. Kenny made the right decision to get upfield.
Ball's going to be placed on the right hash mark of the 32. 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 4. Snap to Kenny. Handoff up the middle. 1st down and more to the 40-yard line. Barreling his way up the gut. Nice hard run by Chris Winters.
Breaking tackles along the way. As you mentioned, that is a tough run by Winters.
Under 6 to play. 5:55 and rolling here in the 4th quarter. TJC trying to put something together offensively here in the 4th. 3 receivers left, 1 short side right. Kenny, 3-step drop from the gun, looking to throw. Spiraling ball near side, tipped into the air, intercepted, and a ball incomplete. Yeah, it was picked off. It was tipped into the air off of the hands of Nick Rimpert, and somehow Cisco came down with it. There were a couple gray jerseys there, and coming off the ground with the ball is James Douglas, number 36. The ball popped up about 3 feet into the air after it was initially touched, and the gray jerseys came down with the football.
That is their 3rd interception of the day. They had 9 coming in, so the Apaches also had 9 interceptions coming into the to the game. A ball-hawking defense, well played once again by Cisco.
So 5:36 to play. And Cisco takes over from the right hash mark of their 37-yard line. So now you've got to think they'll continue to pound the ball and run the clock.
I think that's a recipe to try to wrap this up.
You know, Kevin, I've got to tell you, this is my first football game to call in May, and I think the first one where a cat has posted up by the crowd mic. I don't know if you've for those of you, I can't shoo it. We're nowhere near it, but you can hear it in your ear there. Someone's meowing with 5:25 to go here in the fourth.
I heard quite a few things on that crowd, Mikey.
Ever a cat?
Never a cat.
2nd down and 15. And there it is.
Yeah.
Just over 5 minutes to play, and Cisco, as it's now being backed up, is going to line a couple of receivers to their right. Again, they've brought in some of the second, third string guys here. Tyler has 2. We saw a lot of that as the fourth quarter began, including the quarterback, Ellis. Ellis is going to be brought down in the backfield as he tries to roll to his right. Ball came out. Tyler picks it up, but he was down. Ellis was down. And the clock is stopped with 4:51 to go. So Ellis stopped in the backfield by this Apache defense, which continues to play. They're playing whistle to whistle here. It's just a tough situation to be in. Final game of the regular season, down 47-9 at home.
That is a good play by the Apaches. I thought that was the right call that the quarterback was down, but good pressure. He was looking for a receiver, couldn't find one.
3rd down and very long. 3rd and 25 from the 25 here for Ellis and the Cisco Wranglers. Snap, handoff, moving to the left, trying to bounce it out. Now cuts it between the hashes and slips to the ground. Christian Mosley again looks dangerous there with that speed and with those quick moves. Got ahead of himself there and slipped on the turf. It's 4th down.
I'm not sure why they're signaling for a timeout here.
Clock was stopped at 4:01 for a little bit, but then it started ticking again. And with under 3:50 to play now, Cisco is going to punt this thing away. Tyler will drift a man back to receive. Taj Bickham is back to receive this punt at the 30-yard line. Just the second or third time tonight we've seen the punt team here for Cisco. Snaps away, punts is high, hanging, spiraling. Lands near the 35 in Bickham's chest, and he'll return it across the 45 to the 46-yard line, brought down there. So Bickham brought down shy of midfield, and TJC will take over 1st and 10 with 3:25 to play here in the ballgame.
It's a good job by Bickham to come up and field that punt, catch it on the run. That was actually a pretty good punt, but a good job by Bickham to field it.
And as this season comes to a close, we've got to think, and we hate to speculate, over the last 2 years, it's been hard to predict anything that would happen. But at this point now, we can say the plan is that football season at the junior college level, the college level, even the high school level, may get back to a sense of normalcy in the fall, and that includes TJC, who plans to start the season then.
Yeah, a few months from now.
Yeah. You're not going to get that if you're lucky enough to go December to September layoff. It's going to be a lot shorter than that, which for this coaching staff means a quick turnaround. 1st down and 10 for TJC. Just shy of midfield. Kinney dumps one off near side, caught inside the 40-yard line at the 36, and then brought out of bounds. Nice snag by Nick Rimpert for a 1st down.
That's a good job by Kinney to check it down. He wanted to go deep. Coverage was there, so he checked it down to Rimpert and at least got a 1st down.
And I'm sure Bill and we'll continue to talk with Coach Rocco about this, but it's got to change some recruiting techniques as well.
Absolutely. A lot of these guys won't be here come fall. A lot of young players coming up from high school will be here on this team.
1st down and 10 from the 37. Kenny steps up in the pocket, now takes off on his feet. He lost the football, coughed it up, loose on the turf at the 20. Did Cisco fall on it?
They did.
Yep, they recovered it. That was Kenny just slipping on the turf, and he came down awkward with it. He came down, and his elbow almost hit the turf and made the ball pop out. It was just an awkward slide for Kinney, and the ball came loose. And it's been that kind of day for TJC.
Well, that kind of season in regards to turnovers. So this is the fourth, at least the second time the Apaches have had 4 turnovers in a game.
Yeah, and a couple of them have just literally been bounces that have gone the wrong way. A couple of them off of tipped incompletions that were intercepted, or tipped passes, I should say, that were intercepted. And then just that awkward fumble towards the end of the game there.
Yeah, hard to believe that the Apaches actually led 9-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all that long
in the second
ago.
quarter.
Right.
About midway through the second quarter, it was 9-6. Now 47-9 Cisco.
The third string quarterback is in now.
Yep, got another QB in there. Snap from the shotgun formation, draw play, nothing there. Looking for that number. Sometimes it's hard to read those white numbers on the gray jerseys from up here in the press box. That QB, though, is number 13, Mecky Higgins.
It's second down.
So Mecky Higgins in there at QB. Loss on the play on that handoff. So it's second down and 11 for Higgins and the Wrangler offense. Ball's on the left hash of the 20. We're just over 2 minutes now for the ball game. Matt Cat's still with us. Somewhere down on the sidelines. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 short side left. Higgins in the gun, claps his hands, takes the snap, hands it off. TJC defensive line meets him at the line of scrimmage, no gain. And now it'll be second down and 9. Maybe they got a yard back, yard and a half perhaps.
Coach Ryan Taylor's done a great job with this Cisco football team. Again, they'll probably have a shot at a national championship, but they've won a conference championship here outright.
And TJC this season has struggled to string those wins together. They had that loss at Trinity Valley to start. Then they won against RPA at Northeastern Oklahoma. That was the 2-game winning streak. And then it was loss, win at Blinn. And here we are with a tough one at home against Cisco. Draw play across the 25, shy of the 30-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but it will keep the clock moving here for the Wranglers. It'll be third down and shy, or fourth down rather, and short in their own territory.
Go ahead and punt it away for the last time, but they did milk some clock, and that's pretty much what they wanted to do, punt it away and put this one in the bag. What a great season for Coach Ryan Taylor and the Cisco Wranglers.
Be sure to keep it here after the game. We'll break away, recap some stats, and throw it back to the station. The halftime show is coming up. 45 seconds remain here in this one. Fourth down and a few in their own territory from the 27-yard line, and Cisco will punt it away. Laces to leather, spiraling punt. Fair cut around the 40-yard line. They'll mark it officially at the 42 with 32 seconds left. So the game will end with the Apache offense. And you know, the good thing about the fact that the postseason is shorter is you don't have to think about it for that long. Fresh start, get back out there this summer and get things going.
Get to work. Yeah, get to work immediately. You know, the Apaches, as you mentioned, weren't able to string many wins together. They've had some good plays. They've shown some good flashes of good play, but just not consistent enough.
And Cisco they were able to string some wins together. In fact, 7 of them, if they go on to win this one, they'll be 7-0 here in just about 32 seconds. And an opportunity to play for a national championship, perhaps. We'll talk about that in the post-game show. Stay tuned. Cisco, of course, a Texas school, not far from Fort Worth. Here's a handoff to Bivens for Tyler. No gain on the play. 17 seconds and rolling, and that should be it. Doesn't look like we're going to get off another snap. Nope, that'll be the ball game. 10 seconds. Clock will roll down to 5, and it'll expire with the final score: Cisco 47 and Tyler Junior College 9. Post-game shows coming up from Tyler Junior College, Rose Stadium. Apache football continues after this on 92.1 FM, The Team.
So you know you're going to marry this girl. She is the one, the only one. You know it, zero doubt. You want her. You want her bad for now, forever, and ever after. And you know you're going to get the diamond at Jim's Jewelers. It's the place. She loves it here. And so from Jim's Jewelers, her diamond will be. Zero doubt on that. but you worry. When you propose, will you get tongue-tied? Will your vocal cords stop working? Will whatever words you memorize disappear and your mouth opens and nothing comes out? Or maybe even worse, all this gibberish comes out. Will you, let me see, I can't remember, where are we? Boy, you look beautiful tonight. I'm Judy of Jim's Jewelers, and let me promise you this. When you propose with a diamond from Jim's Jewelers, you actually don't have to say a word. Just show her the diamond. You'll hear yes in micro